Today we are playing 100 Days in Palworld, a game of many uncontroversial subjects. You know, they got slavery, murder, and other things, but they make it seem cool, so it's alright. And I want to see how far I can get in this 100 days. I want to catch the legendaries, I want to murder innocent animals, I want to do everything you can do in this game. We're going to explore all of it. Let's go. And first is character customization. We get this average looking person, but I decide to make him beautiful. Alright, day one. Starting off strong. I've already made female interaction on the first day. Went to shoot the shot, of course. And she pulled out a shotgun. Could have gone worse, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna take that as a win. But just in case it didn't go as well as I thought, and she does take this to court, I got straight to training, beating up this tree. We then made a workbench, because the big scary game told me to. Also leveled up. And now we can make a wooden club. And this is what we can use to hit things. Like, what else are you gonna use it for? And now we are strapped. London style. We go melee weapons in London. I'm not even from London, so I don't know why I said that. But it still stands, because that's true. If you go to London, you're getting stabbed. And with that level up we got earlier, we can now upgrade our stats. Solo leveling style. And we obviously go for HP because I don't want to die. After farming for a bit, we finally had enough materials to make a pickaxe, which will make farming a lot quicker. Okay, now we finally can leave the spawn bit and start doing some stuff. Straight away, we find a new material, which is palladium fragments, which are used to craft a lot of the stuff in this game. And we also follow this little river, and there's a chest and a journal. Don't know what the journal is for, but we have it. Now we can go back to the workbench and use all the materials we got to make Pow Spheres. Now that I am pretty much immortal because I can now enslave every single creature in this world, I decided to chase this little cat, but he put on his Usain Bolt burners on, so I decided to prey on a weaker one, and whilst I was beating it, I accidentally killed it. Things happen, you know, it won't hold up in court, he's dead, he can't make a complaint against me, but I decided to catch the sheep instead, because I can't leave any witnesses. But this motherfucker decided to come back and mock me with his Mach 1 speed. So I decided to put him into a life of slavery so he can have a long hard think to find out why he's a bitch. This guy was looking at me funny, so he's getting some too. Our first POW battle, and he clapped me. Didn't know he had it on him like that. We go our separate ways. Okay, back to normal civilized stuff. POW box. This is like a fast travel. It's like the base. You put it down, you can fast travel to it, and you can swap out your Pokemon. I mean POWs. And this also gives you challenges, which you can do, and it gives you rewards like letting you have more slaves at your base and making more bases around the world. Did also find a dead corpse besides my base. Epic gamer moment. We did epic gamer things to this underage dead sheep. Been watching a bit of UFC recently, so I decided to test out my Mike Tyson hands on this poor innocent sheep. The game told me not to do that because I'm pretty sure it was scared of my immense power and the weapons I have labelled for hands. Anyway, did a bit of farming, made a stone axe, did a bit more farming, made some Pow Spheres, and I also got my base to level 2. But now I needed to make the house, because if you like playing games at night time where you can't see a thing, you are a weirdo. Actually, I can't even say the things I want to say right now. I don't want to get demonetized. But we are finally done, and I make this cat help me make the bed, and we can sleep the night away. And it didn't even really matter, because if you look in the bottom left, it was pretty much daytime in like another minute. But now it is day 2. We start this day off by making some beds for the POWs, because any POW that you have at your base, they can actually get depressed and die and just not work and be lazy, so you gotta make beds for them to keep them happy. And we can also upgrade our base to level 3, and we found the most menacing looking POW in this game, Chickpea. Look at this motherfucker. Look at that slow turnover. He ain't phased. He knows he's gonna win this fight, so all I can do to prevent him from killing me, it's just to catch him in this powerful slave ball. I dodged a bullet on that one. He didn't release his full power. But now it's time for a bit of exploring. Found this little guy hopping around. This one is actually quite cute, I'm not even gonna lie. So I wanted him, and this bitch started attacking me. So now it's 2v1. My cat fell off into the lake, so I had to reset him. I just kept throwing balls at him, and eventually I caught them both. And we found some cute penguins, man. Oh my god, these POWs are actually very fucking cool. And I like penguins, so I want this fucking penguin. But it's a 2v1 and they're actually quite strong. They got that long range ass ice attack. So after a bit of fighting, I managed to catch both of them. And to finish the day off, we made plantation, so that we can make some food for the POWs and they can survive. Day 3, made some cloth drip, farmed a bit more, and we found a little broken down church with a camper outside. He didn't really do much, he just waffled a bit, didn't provide any value, so we just left him alone. But there is this green effigy, the Lifmunk effigy. These do something very important later on. I won't tell you yet, but we also found this massive egg. But traveling a bit further out, we found a new area with new POWs to catch, new things to find. Found our first fire type,
type, which is very important, and we did catch him pretty easily. We actually got 2, because this guy wanted to act tough, so we taught him a lesson. But then I came across a mass murdering of POWs by these syndicate thugs. They're all equipped with guns as well, but because I'm a righteous man, I did my best to save them. After hiding behind this rock for a while, these deers actually came and saved me. They killed everyone pretty much. But this deer was so close to dying, literally couldn't even see his health bar. The syndicate thug was about to kill him. So instead, I threw my ball and caught him, and now he's my slave. His friend was not very happy with that though, and he tried to kill me. So I had to run away as fast as I can. Now back at base, we now have a level 11 deer. But this game makes it so anytime you catch an over-leveled POW, their levels get put down to your level, which I actually like. It makes the game more fun. So you can't just catch an over-leveled POW and have an easy game. We then made a feed box, so now any POWs working at the base can actually eat food, and that actually led to us being able to upgrade the base again. And all we had to do was deploy another POW to the base, and we could upgrade it one more time. We moved on to making a parachute, which will let us glide off mountains, and we went off to explore a bit more, and we found our first tower, which is pretty much the gyms of POW World. There's 5 towers, 5 bosses, but we can't take that on yet. So instead, we walked a bit further down and we found the syndicate thugs holding a POW hostage. These guys are terrible. I will never be as terrible as them. So I did my good deeds of transferring his hostage status under the syndicate thugs into being a hostage of my POW box. I did then find this massive Nightwing, the bird in the sky. He's very cool. And I wanted him, but I couldn't actually reach him. This was my first L taken, so I left him alone to come back to him another day. But I got to keep the POW deck going strong. Got to complete it. So I caught this T-Funt, this nice little elephant. It's pretty cool. And I caught these lift monks as well. Well, one of them. We found Depresso, so we put him out of his misery. And this was probably one of the coolest things we found so far. A bat that has fire on it. That's pretty fucking cool. So we caught him. Of course we did. And we leveled up whilst doing it. On our way home, we found another new POW. He was a little owl. So obviously we caught him and made our way home to sleep into day 4. Day 4, we got to work making some longer range weapons, so that we could beat any flying POW we come across. Farmed a little bit more stone. That's because I found out you can make a stone pit and a logging site. And with these, you can place a POW to farm these materials for you. So I don't have to keep going out and farming them. So first, I made the logging site. Okay, this is where the game gets a bit more interesting, a bit more in depth of what you need to do. So when it comes to assigning POWs to workstations, certain POWs have certain traits. So only some POWs can mine, only some POWs can farm, only some POWs can harvest, and only some POWs can water. There's more stuff they can do, but they can't do everything. So you got to find a certain POW to do the certain job. So for logging, the deer was the only one I had who could do it. After that long explanation of something you guys probably already knew, I went to catch a tansy. We found one and we caught one. Then I farmed some more stone so that I could finally make the stone pit. And the only POW we had with the mining trait was the Tombat. Look at this man go. True man for the cause. We also placed Tansy here because he can plant, harvest, and transport the food to the feed box. So he's one of the best harvesters at this point of time. Now we cut to me abusing a deer on the edge of a cliff. I don't know why. Maybe we could say he was having some bad thoughts, went on the edge of the cliff, and I just knocked some sense into him because I'm just such a man of good will and humanity inside of me that doesn't have a bunch of slaves at back at his base. But maybe we just go with that story. And for my continuous goodwill on this 100 days, I've been blessed with a shiny. Easy. 4 days in. Shiny already. So of course I caught this bitch with ease. Not a single struggle at all. Okay, this is where we find our first boss POW. Now these are actually pretty cool. They're just like bigger, higher leveled, stronger POWs. They take like less damage and there's a lot of them around the map. I like mini bosses. So of course I threw some hands. He was pretty easy. I just stood back and let the deer do everything, and I just caught him pretty easily at the end. On the way home, we found a Tombat, which I did make sure to catch because they are very useful just to have because of their mining skill. And he's a level 11, like he could be good for just actual fights as well. And then we went back to sleep to go into day 5. We start off by making an egg incubator for egg incubation things, obviously. And also we make a lot of chests for storage because the storage in this game gets insane. But now we go back to this motherfucker. But hold up, precision like Brave? Who knew? Olympic level athlete. But anyway, we're catching this bitch because I want a flying type. Obviously, who doesn't want that? So we just weaken him a little bit and catch him. Pretty easy, the standard stuff. And with catching him, we get a nice little level up to level 10. We're big boys now. Obviously, we put the stat points into weight. Did a bit more traveling and we found this red biome. Spring. Autumn, I mean. One of the seasons. I don't actually know my seasons very well, but we're here. It's red. It's cool. But we did this because we found a new boss. The King, the big penguin. But we're not going to find him yet because I'm a pussy. But as soon as I fast travel home, we got a raid going on. You can get your base raided in this shit. They're only level 1s, and they got thugs. They didn't attack until they got into my base. So it's kind of weird, but they were pretty easy, so it doesn't even matter. After realizing we can actually get raided in this game, I need to make some shields. So I made the common shield. This pretty much just adds a blue bar of extra health, I guess, as a shield, so you don't die as easy. And we also just unlocked a bunch of stuff from the technology tab. I don't really show this much because I can't actually be asked, but I'm just unlocking it here. Actually pretty important stuff, but it's time to sleep again, so day 6. Day 6, more exploring. Found some new pals. Found an electric type, Sparkit. He was running away because he's scared of me or something. Don't know why. I don't enslave animals or anything, but we caught him. And we also found Capriti, and we caught that motherfucker as well. Found another pal, Vixie, which is actually very useful later on. Found a Thwack, caught him as well. And then we scale the greatest mountain with my huge calves. So huge. And we take a little scenery check. It's quite nice. I decided to jump off this mountain, but psych, I ain't committing. I'm going over to this broken temple, which had a nice little statue in it where I could upgrade my own pals, which is quite cool. And you can also upgrade your capture power, which you use to lift my effigies, which you find around the map to do. Another new victim, another new pal. We catch that bitch. And we actually find a nice open area, which I actually want to make my base. I think it's a nice area to do it. So I'll get rid of these dire wolves infecting the area. He got pushed into the wall somehow. Okay, I'll leave him alone. And this one, I catch. I try making the power box another base, and it doesn't work. It says I can't have any more bases. I think that's because I'm too low enough of a level, and I have to destroy my other base to make this one. So I do that because my other base sucks, so it doesn't really matter. And I just make it here. And now it's just a lot of transporting everything from this base into the other one. But on the bright side, found a new pal. Never going to use this power ever in my life, but I guess that's a good thing I found it. I got to making chests so I can easily transport everything. And I just did back and forths, going between bases, picking up items, dropping them off, picking up items, dropping them off. Did that for a while. Very hard to transport stuff when you have a weight limit. But I wanted to make this new base a little bit pretty base. So I made a little foundation to put my stuff on, and I got to building. Got a repair bench, a workbench, a logging site. But wait, hold up. Before I do anything else, we got a shiny Jolthog. So of course we caught him. I don't know how many shinies that is now. I think that's 2, but 2 in 7 days is pretty nice. But then we made a stone pit, a berry plantation, a feed box. We're on a roll. We're getting this place together. But something's been on my mind recently, and that's the girl that rejected me at the start. So I did what any person in their right mind would do and try and catch her in my sphere, so she can't say no anymore. I grab my trusty bat and I swing for her, and she shoots me. And I get a wanted level as well. I didn't know what that was, but I had so many people with guns just shooting at me. They're level 24. I'm level like 11. This was not good. Back at my base, they're everywhere. I don't know what to do. I didn't know how to get rid of them. I didn't know how to stop them, so I just let them kill me. Carried on finishing my base, made some power beds, made myself a bed, and slept into day 8. Day 8, we're starting strong. We ain't messing about making power spheres, and we're going on a journey. And on this journey, I found a locked up pal, and my heroic instincts just told me to help him. So I killed everyone and saved this pal. I did also catch my first human as well, up in the collection. We don't discriminate. That was all just practice for the real fight. Our first tower. 10 minutes to beat this solo. We get a cutscene. I ain't watching that. I can't be asked, so we're going straight into the fight. Zoe and Grizzball. Now this fight, I had high hopes for it. I had 33 arrows, had a few pals, 30k health for Zoe and Grizzball. We're putting up a pretty good effort. We're staying at range. We're doing our damage, and she's not hurting us. But after 5 minutes have gone down, I'm not even halfway done with their health, and I'm all out of arrows, and I've got every single pal dead, apart from one. So this is where I kind of knew it was time to call it quits. But I kept trying. Heart of Steel. No one's got the grind like me. But only a minute later, and we kind of just got destroyed. And we got home, and it was time for day 9 already. Alright, new day. Positive vibes. Not thinking about it yesterday. We make a power workbench. This is pretty much just where you craft all of the things that the pals can use. Like the saddles, the guns, that kind of things. We make the ranch. This pretty much like farms pals. So if you put a cow in it, you get milk, stuff like that. If you put the Vixie in it that we caught earlier, she'll actually drop pal spheres. So it's like an infinite farm for pal spheres as well. So many things you can do with it. But enough of creating stuff. We're gonna go kill some innocent penguins. This is gonna be our first sealed realm boss fight. When we get in, there's no one here. but eventually they spawn in. 3 little penguins and this big penguin. Throw out a little tansy to get this started. Throws out the razor leaf. Damn, man. He gets to half health pretty quickly. This isn't good. And now we have 4 pals attacking us all at once, and we are getting railed. I'm dodging, I'm ducking, I'm weaving. I'm not really doing much of anything. I'm just running in a straight line, and I die. What another L. Onto a bit of a brighter scenery. Went on a catching spree. So if you didn't know, one of the best ways to XP up in this game is actually catching pals. Each catch you get quite a lot of XP, and every time you catch 10 of that pal, you get an even bigger bonus of XP. So it's probably one of the best ways to level up. So I caught a few lift monks, dire wolves, some deers, tephants, some lamballs, and another chickpea, which actually got me 10 out of 10. And a bunch more stuff, but I'm not going to list everything, that's too long. I then went home and made the Statue of Power at my base. Now I can enhance my stats and enhance pals from home. Did get raided again, but that was just free loot, it was too easy. The amount you get raided in this, you're pretty much a Twitch streamer. A cool thing we did make was the Crusher, where you can turn stone into Paldium fragments, so you don't need to farm the Paldium fragments anymore. You can also make fiber as well, but that's nowhere near as important as Paldium fragments. Got another base upgrade as well, and then we upgraded that, and we get another one as well. I'm just too skillful. Also get a nice little 2 extra slots for some new workers, and we sleep for day 10. More pals means more pal beds, because if you look at the top right, we've got 2 of the pals depressed. Apparently it's due to neglect, but that won't hold up in court. Stone pit's doing nice. 147 stone, just like your sister. Wood as well, 159. Been leveling up quite nicely. Made a primitive furnace. Hot spring as well, because that stops depression with the pals. Need to put a few of those around the base. We have been collecting our lift monk effigies as well. Do not show every single one, because I cannot be asked. There's like 400 in this game. Obviously don't collect all 400, but I collect a lot, and I just can't be asked to show all of it. Nice abandoned mineshaft. We decide to go inside, obviously. Why wouldn't you? And we find this creepy guy with a gimp mask on. Lovely guy to find in a dark cave. And we go up to him and talk to him. And he is a black marketer. And he, sells pals. Very trustworthy guy. We leave that cave as soon as possible, because I do not want to be one-on-one with a potential man that's on the register. And instead, we explore a bit, where we find level 23 King Packer, big boss, surrounded by a few new pals, some Melpackers, and some Rushhaws. We do manage to catch one of those Rushhaws, and over the little hill, we find some civilization. Wow! We make our way there, obviously. It's a nice little village, given like how to train your dragon vibes. Don't know why, I just am. There's a nice little merchant there, who actually had some interesting stuff that I wouldn't mind buying. I did carry on exploring, and we found a new place. This place has got a massive dead thing, big skeleton. That's actually really cool. Found a new pal, celery, and we found another shiny, Melpacker this time. Now different shinies have different moves. They get a random OP move. Now this one was Dark Laser, which is very good, so I'm very happy to have that. Went on a bit more of a catching spree, and we leveled up to level 15, and then we went to bed for day 11. We made a primitive furnace, so now we could start smelting all the ore we get into ingots, and this is one of the most important materials in this game. Oh my god, it's so important. We made a Foxparks harness, so I can now use it as a flamethrower. Made a hot spring, so no one gets depressed and doesn't work. Need hard workers out here. I wanted to test out the flamethrower, but I didn't know how to get it to work. I was pressing F, but you had to hold it, and he just kept running away. So I don't think he wanted it, but that doesn't matter, because his opinion isn't important. We're gonna get him one day. Did start incubating eggs as well. Look at me, responsible parent, and got a base upgrade. Needed to make a medicine workbench. I never actually used it, because I don't care about my pal's health, but just in case the HR shows up, it looks good for me. Then we are able to upgrade our capture power. This is very important, so I'm gonna keep doing this. Finally got hold of this unpaid worker, and used him against his will. We then made a high quality workbench, which is very expensive, but is very important for crafting stuff. I then decided to explore out into the open world. Do what you're meant to do in this game. And we came across this cool ass bridge, man. Look at those statues, cool as fuck. I may or may not be fighting a semi. After wandering around a little bit, we came across Robin Quill, and this Robin Hood motherfucker went straight for the bow and arrow and nearly sniped me. Even had a palm blast that he shot at me. Threw up my Melpacker, dark beamed that bitch, did nothing, no damage. This Robin Quill was on smoke, and he threw a seed at me. It's just a seed, but I died, what the fuck. And then he fell asleep, the little bastard. But now I've got to get all of my stuff again. I'm just leave it to the next day, because I'm freezing, I've got no armor, and I'll die if I go back. Day 12, went back, got all our stuff, and now I'm making a Melpacker saddle to try and traverse the world a bit quicker. And when you have a saddle on a POW, you can use all their moves. And this was hard. Dark Laser is going to be overpowered. Managed to get another base upgrade as well. And I decided to make Tanzi's assault rifle. Because it's an assault rifle and I just thought it looked cool. It doesn't actually end up being that good though, so it's kind of a waste. Did catch a few more POWs because that is just the best way of XP. And by a bit more, I mean a lot. Bro, I spent so much of this day catching POWs. 2 levels. That's pretty good. Even did some heroic deeds. I just cannot help being heroic on a day-to-day basis. It just comes out of me. We did find one of these trees, which are pretty cool because they give you skill fruits. Pretty much just get a fruit, and based on the rarity of the fruit, it gives you a pretty cool move. Or a pretty shit move. These rarities were blue and green, so we're not getting anything good from there. Bedtime though, on to day 13. Did upgrade stats as well. We made a metal pickaxe, because we need to farm a lot of ore. Some arrows, so the ops ain't touching me. And we went to fight a dungeon. I don't know if this was the first one, can't really remember, but I'm gonna say it's the first one. Level 13 dungeon. Now when you enter a dungeon, it's pretty much just rooms of rock, syndicate thugs, you get POWs as well, and then you get a boss room, a big boss, and a few little versions of that boss. We did fall through the floor here, which is not great, so we had to restart and enter the dungeon again. And when I entered the dungeon again, we found a new POW, the Fuddler. Pretty cool ass POW. Also found a Killamari. So maybe falling through the ground wasn't too bad, because I got 2 new POWs from it. And finally, this is the boss room. It's pretty cool. The boss this time, it's randomized in all dungeons. The boss this time is Depresso. Wow, what a cool POW. Very weak. So we caught him pretty easily and just left. You also do get 2 chests at the end of every single dungeon. They give you kind of cool stuff. Pretty much the stuff to sell at like a merchant. And some skill fruits. One thing I haven't actually been doing is unlocking stuff in my technology tab. Been leveling up, but I haven't been unlocking anything. So I just went through a bit, got the important stuff. A mega glider, pretty important, some stone structures, and a mega shield. And we do get raided again. But this one is a bit different. As you can see, that said implode unit. We got attacked by a bunch of little fucking terrorists. Look at these motherfuckers. Light work though, they don't stand a chance against me. Now I wanted some revenge. If I could beat some terrorists, I can beat a penguin pirate. So we go back for round 2. And trust me when I say round 2 did not go the same way. This guy got smoked. Look at this goofy goober man. Here with the 1-2 so hard. Doesn't even know what to do. But you know me, I'm all for charity. I don't want to embarrass this man too long. So I'm going to end this very quickly. And he kills me. This bitch. Now I didn't take that loss very well. So I tried to sleep it off. And it didn't even work. I can't even go to sleep. It's still daytime. So I then took my anger out on all these innocent male packers. Because fuck these pussies, man. Standing there with no problems in the world. So we gave him a little problem. And we were finally able to fall asleep. Sleep all that grease off from the day before. I don't really know why. But after losing to a level 15 Pen King, I decided to fight the 30,000 health Zoe and Grisbolt. I don't know why. This fight was actually going pretty well. Like I didn't really take much damage. I had all my pals alive. 8 minutes in, she was 10,000 damage down. I just did a tactic, run, attack. You know what I mean? It worked out pretty nicely. For any fellow alpha males out there, you might want to use this tactic. Quite an honourable one. 6 minutes down, only has 12,000 health left. I could do this all day. Mel Packer, as long as he's alive, I'm chilling. And eventually, we actually killed him, bro. It feels pretty nice. Even a nice little level up. To lose to the Pen King and to win against whatever this is. So happy. Look at me. Look at that happiness. We used one of our, well, 2 of our ancient technology points to make a POW essence condenser. Wow. Pretty much, I'll explain it later when we eventually put it down. And we made some nails as well because they're pretty important for crafting stuff. Also, the egg that we got at the start of the game is finally hatched. Did get a new POW. Never going to use it. It looks weak as shit. Did upgrade though, the Mel Packer, because this is my strongest POW at the moment and I want it to be even stronger. We are going to get stronger POWs and you can reset all the POW souls that you get around the map to put into someone else. I don't think I ever explained what POW souls are, really, but they're pretty much just POW souls that you find around the map by killing stuff, and you can use them to make your POW stronger at the statue. Bit more wandering around, and we found the Elphidron. Level 30 Gentle Sky Dragon. It's pretty fucking cool. I did fight it, realised I do 1 damage, and jumped off the cliff to run away. And that ends it for day 14. Day 15 now. And we start day 15 off with a Mega Shield. Now this is very helpful. It's a good upgrade, and it will mean we can fight stronger things. We also upgrade to a Baseful Bat instead of the Wooden Club. And all these upgrades are so I could beat the man himself, the King Packer. I think we are ready. We are like level 19, he's level 23. So we start off with a Dark Laser. And compared to the Alphadron, this is doing like 11 damage per hit. So I'm keeping my distance. Male Packer is quite low though. I'm just using arrows. I can't really do it for long though, because I only have 8 left. This Roshaw is trying to attack me as well. Where's he going though? Missed completely. My Male Packer did die though, which isn't great. We haven't even done that much damage to him. So I do send out a Chillet to try and chip away. Eventually, we do get him to about 600 health. Was hitting him with the base tool back. Put in the work. Nearly caught him with a 3%er. Throws a Spirit Bomb at us. Dodge, of course. I'm just throwing the blue balls at him. But it's not catching him. So I decided to upgrade it a little bit for a Megasphere. And we get him pretty nicely. Did make a big metal chest. This took a bit of iron, I can't lie, but storage gets very bad. If you look in the left, you can see how much storage boxes I have, and none of them are organized. So I made a bit of a bigger box. You run out of iron so quick in this game, and you need it for everything. You need it for armor, you need it for repairs, you need it for guns. So I just farmed a bit of ore so I can make a bit more iron. I did this quite a lot. We then made a Pow Sphere bench so we can make higher level Pow Spheres. And then I needed a Penking because he has level 2 watering, and that is such a big upgrade for Pows working in my base. And pretty much level 2 watering just means he does it like twice as fast and just does it more efficiently. And these levels for jobs that the Pows do can go all the way up to level 4. But anyway, it's nighttime now. Day 16. Start this day off, we do make a breeding farm. So I watched a few YouTube videos at the time, and I realized that you could make very overpowered Pows quite early on, so that was the plan. I wanted to do a bit of that. I do like fighting overpowered Pows, so I went back to fight the level 30 Alphadron. Hit him with the Dark Laser to start things off, and it still does 1 damage per hit, which sucks. He was throwing some tornadoes at me, man. He had some cool moves. Hit me with a fucking Dragon Breath as well. Tried 2-1 on him as well, get off my Male Packer, hit him from the back. But he ended up just killing Male Packer, and I'd only done 100 damage to him. But then I was called for dinner, and beating this dragon isn't as important as eating my food, so I just left the game. I know some of you motherfuckers definitely wait to eat the food until after the game. You're weird. Eat your food. Stop playing the game. But when I finally got back, I decided to just go home. Just leave him. So I was still in the fight when I got back, but he was just max health. And I died some stupid way. That is bullshit. I don't know how that happened. So I just went back, got my stuff, and just farmed a bit more iron. We got bare iron as well. We got like, how much is this? We got 19 in inventory, and we're making 50. Looking good. Made some Paldium fragments as well. We then made a cooler box. Pretty much just a fridge. Don't know why it's called a cooler box. This will stop the food from spoiling. And I needed to do it for a base upgrade as well. Right next to my base as well, we found a new Pow. Relaxosaurus. This one actually looks pretty cool. Doesn't look too strong. It looks a bit squidgy, but he's new. And he's a dinosaur. We may have accidentally killed it though. Not the best, but we move. We make a cooking pot as well, because we need to make cakes. Because to breed any Pows, you need the cakes, and you make them with the cooking pot. And instead of sleeping, I actually want to find a few Tombats during the night and catch a few, because I need their mining trait for a future little project. I could not find one for a very long time during the night time, and I ended up getting distracted by a dungeon. Dungeon was pretty simple, caught a lot of Pows, killed some thugs, and we did find a new Pow as well. Mao. So we just caught that. The dungeon boss was a Vixie. Annihilated the little ones in 1 Dark Laser, and she was already weak, so I just caught her real quick. Left the dungeon and found some new Pows. So I caught a Sweet and a Sweeper. We got home and we made a Pow Essence condenser. Pretty much what this does is when you catch multiple Pows, you can condense them into 1 Pow to make it stronger. So instead of like selling them or anything, you could just condense them into 1. And boys, we have finally unlocked our first Blicky, bruv. Old school Britain, or new school America, or just every school in America. And we also got some Gigaspheres, which is just another nice little upgraded version to our spheres. And because my balls are so huge, and I'm retarded, I decided to go for the 38 leveled Mammorest. For some reason, I don't know why, I actually did pretty decent damage, to be honest, with Fox Parks, so I'm not going to complain. But I pretty much just spent all my time on this rock, running behind the rock as well, and just trying to have my other Pows just kill him over time. It was going slow, I'm not going to lie, and then he just stomped me anyway, so it didn't even matter. But as I went back to get my stuff, I found another Mammorest, but this time it was level 35. It wasn't the big level 38 one, so I thought I had a chance, and I went to fight this guy. So I was on my Male Packer, and I hit him with a Dark Laser. You can't even see how much damage it did, because it's so small. I ain't stopping, he's kind of stuck. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. I ain't even going to long this one out. He got unstuck and he just chased me. And I got scared, so I just went home. And I fought them for so long that it was already time to go to sleep. To go into day 18. I did collect some ingots because we needed to make some more nails. I needed those for a weapons workbench so I can make the musket. We do make a bit more megaspheres. We can make gigaspheres now, but they are just too expensive at the moment. So I'm going to stick with megaspheres. I did go on another catching spree for quite a while. Like exploring the map, catching pals, and I found another sealed realm. But we'll come back to that, because now, for our third Mammorest fight, level 30 this time, they go lower every time. But this one is in the water, and I've got an attack that can reach him. So you know what that means. Pussy shit is about to commence. I bullied this man. He didn't even leave the water, and I wanted to catch him, so I just kept throwing a few balls at him, and eventually we got him. Did also find Ruby, a new pal on this island. Obviously caught him. But we just pretty much explored a bit of this area of the map and then went home to sleep. Start day 19 off good. We went to catch some new pals. I wanted to catch this Robin Quill. Accidentally burnt him alive. That's unlucky. He corpse launched over my ball. Cinemoths, went to catch a few of these. They actually fucked me up. They nearly killed me, which isn't good. I went back for round 2 and I managed to catch at least one of them. Bristler, another new pal. Did catch one of those. We did find another Robin Quill and I actually got him low. And he's not on fire this time, so he's not going to die to burn. And who would have thought I actually managed to catch him? We then found a Gale Claw, and we got him pretty easily. Definitely not about to die. We then go home, because we are actually able to make a musket now. Then we go sleep for day 20. Start of day 20, we finally get to the musket. Do not want to give this to a child in America. Big upgrade from the Firebow. We make a wheat plantation, and then after that we do go exploring again, and we find another new pal, and we catch him whilst also leveling up. And we found some bee guards that we decided to fight. They actually suicide bombed me, which isn't actually nice. Luckily, 200 IQ'd them out, and they didn't kill any of my pals or me. But right after them, I got attacked by a lizard bee. The queen bee. I did want to catch this one, but I accidentally killed it. And then straight after, we don't get a break because we got attacked by this guy. We did put him on fire, and eventually he did die, which is nice because I'm about to die. Did actually make a Nightwing saddle, so now we can fly. He's got some pretty cool moves, but he is quite slow, I'm not gonna lie. But we did end it there. Just go sleep. Go into day 21. I wanted to check up on my resources, see how they're going. We have 660 stone, and with wood we have about 500. And I did make chests right next to both wood and stone, so I didn't have to travel so long. Max weight capacity, just to put them in a chest. I did also make some charcoal with that wood. I don't know why, I don't really need it right now, but I wanted just to make it. And here on the map, you can see there is a boss water type. I wanted to go and try and beat him. Went on Nightwing and flew over there. I didn't actually need to, because the water is knee deep, but I didn't know that. So I just fought this, whatever that name is. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. My damage wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing, but it was enough to not be fighting him for 30 minutes. He did get us quite low though, I'm not going to lie. But look at those dodge skills, it's insane. I'm actually about to die, so I started throwing balls so she can't attack me. And we caught her. Easy. Explored the mountains a bit. This is a cool little area. Got an egg and got a chest. Not the most important stuff in the world, but it's things. This tree had some skill fruits, and it had a skill fruit that said Nightmare Ball. That's pretty cool sounding. Did find another new pal. Caught him pretty quickly. He was kind of easy. I just kind of flew around, you know. Got some eggs. Got some effigies. I did that for quite a while. We found a statue and we upgraded our capture power a bit, and then I just went to sleep. Kind of a exploration day. Day 22. I just threw random stuff in the chests. These chests are the most unorganized things in the world. I'm not even gonna show them. We did find a suspicious clan meeting though. Bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. But these are the Free Pal Alliance, and I'm pretty sure these guys are actually the good guys. I think they want pals to stop being slaves. So I put a stop to that as soon as possible, because we can't be having that happening, and I murdered them all. But also I could be wrong, because they literally have a pal locked up right here. But this is a new pal as well, so it's another new capture. After fighting those, I realized I need better armor, so we made metal armor, which means we're gonna need even more ingots just to repair the armor. I don't really show this much, but armor and tools break all the time, and you need to repair it with pretty much the same materials that you used to make it. Also made a small feed bag, so now that we don't need to feed all our pals manually, they'll just eat from the inventory. And we decided to take on the Sealed Realm Cattress. Fairly cool pal. Not too interested in it, but I'll catch it nonetheless. Only level 23, should be pretty easy. We do decent damage, but it's not great. She actually gets us very low. She even killed Melpaca, so this is very, very close. It shouldn't be this close. But I still have 30 musket bullets left, so I'm not really too scared. And luckily, we did manage to catch her. Didn't think that would happen with how low my health is right now. We also found another shiny when we got home. It is a duplicate. I don't really care about it too much, but I'll catch it nonetheless. It's got a really cool move that actually, honestly, if all of that hit me, it probably would have killed me. But that day actually went pretty quick, and we just go sleep. Start day 23 off. We mine this ore for the 50th time. Got our metal armor as well, and we decided to challenge the Swift Deity Unival. Pretty cool name. This fight dragged on for a while. My damage wasn't too great. He didn't really hurt me too bad though, because his attacks were quite slow. He managed to kill quite a few of my pals though. That made it a lot slower. I think here Melpaca is my last pal alive, and I'm just throwing all of my spheres at him, because even if I get him any lower, it doesn't even up the chance. So I might as well just be throwing at him here. Another little while later though, and we managed to catch him, and also leveled up. That's pretty nice. Did find a shiny as well, straight after. Lambo, I'll take it. And I went to try and hunt a few direwolves, because direwolf is, at this point in the game, the fastest land animal I can actually ride. But we're trying to find him with a few passive skills, and that's runner, swift, and nimble, because all of those increase his movement speed. So it does take quite a while, and we don't even find them in this batch. If you don't know what passive skills are, they're pretty much just skills you get randomly when you catch pals, and they just increase different stats. I pretty much spent my whole day hunting direwolves, and then went to sleep. Day 24, we made a mill, because that is a base upgrade challenge, and that's how you make wheat into flour, and we need that to make cakes, and we need that to breed. We did then upgrade our base from 10 to 11, and then 11 to 12. I needed to make a fluffy pal bed for a challenge, and I needed nails, so I made a few nails, and I needed cloth, and to make cloth you need a lot of wool, so I went farming for wool. Bro, I eradicated the population of sheep on this island. Oh my god, I got a lot of wool. We did find a shiny jolt hog as well, which we made sure to catch. 51 wool from murdering sheep. Damn. And that only turns into like 28 cloth. So we made that fluffy power bed and got that challenge done. We actually made 2, which was actually the real challenge. So we upgraded our base again, and now we need a power generator and a sphere assembly line. And that was the day. We go to sleep. Day 25, we made a lot of Paldean fragments because we needed them to make some more spheres. I did make my first batch of Gigaspheres as well, and we went to finally take on and try and beat the Elphidron. Starting off strong, doing more damage than last time. Kingpaca jumps up in the sky, big fat boy. He does take out my shield in one shot though, which isn't great. After a while, he does fuck me up quite a bit. He has taken out a few of my pals, but he is really low. So I feel like the odds are in my favour here. I have used a lot of spheres as well. I've gone from 16 to 3, so this isn't looking good. But who cares? Because one more ball gets us the catch. And we catch the level 30 Elphidron. Finally. We go back home and we put Van Worm in our team because he is a cool flying type. We can't make a saddle yet though. We need more ingots and I am broke as shit. But we do have 39 in the primitive furnace though. So I'm not as broke as I thought. We make a lot of power spheres. And we do level up whilst doing it, because obviously it is the best form of XP, so I'm going to go around catching 10 of every pal. We also are feeling a bit ballsy, because we enter a level 29 dungeon, and it had a new material in there. We found a sulfur rock. I mined it just to have some, just in case when I do need it, I have some in the base. But we pretty much just beelined it straight for the boss tower, and it was a Grintail. I don't think I have this pal yet, but he doesn't look very good, so I don't really care. I fuck him up pretty effortlessly, and he catches pretty quickly. Chests, not great, but I'll take it. I can sell the stuff. And when I'm flying around at night, I find this new pal. He looks sick. His neon lights just looks cool. So I go and fight him, get him low, and we're able to catch him pretty quickly with a Megasphere. When I'm trying to go home, we find another shiny. Shiny Floppy. Again, not the best pal in general, but I'm not going to complain, and I'm going to catch it. Now, this Floppy was weirdly strong. He did kill quite a few of my pals and was very beefy, but eventually I did catch it. And that actually took so long that it already brought us into day 26. We do find a new pal whilst we're catching random pals to get 10 out of 10s, and we catch him pretty quickly. It was quite easy. I actually spent all of this day just catching pals. I caught a lot, but it's just very boring to show. But we did find a shiny Vixie whilst doing it as well, which is nice. So we caught her. I decided to go through all of my pals that I caught and just sell a bunch of them to the black market here. And that was day 26. Day 27, we made a lot more chests to hold some storage because we were getting overloaded with random items. And after looking at a lot of YouTube tutorials, I figured out that you could make ore farms So I wanted to make one of those. So I came to this location. As you see, there's so much ore, and I decided to make myself a farm. So we started by putting the power box down. And you might be wondering why I can do this without destroying my other base. And it's because when you upgrade your power box level, you can actually make more than one base. And it goes all the way up to 3 bases you can have at one time. Did find a shiny Jolthog as well, but we killed it. This is going to be an efficient farm, so I made 2 hot springs so no one gets depressed. And when it became nighttime, I hunted tombats because these were going to be my miners for now. Because at the moment, these are the best miners that I can get my hands on. Back at the base for day 28, made a primitive furnace where we're going to be smelting the iron. Made some beds, filled it up with powers that are going to farm, harvest, water and mine. And I actually went to catch another Penking because he can water and mine, so he's a very useful pal to have. And I did want to catch even more of him, so I looked at where he spawns and we need to head there eventually. Made a dire house saddle so I can travel on foot a lot quicker, and every time night came around we hunted tombats. It was a cycle, bro. Making this farm is my #1 priority, and this is what we're getting first. Spent a very long time finding tombats and only found 2 during the whole night cycle. I also went to the location where Penking spawns, and it's like quite far off the map, and it looks like a prison. It looks really cool though. I kind of like it. So at this little prison, there's like different spawns. So there's a deer terraform, which was kind of cool. I made sure to catch one of him. And there's also guards on this island, and if you get caught, you get a wanted level. And as we know, wanted levels aren't great because they murder you. It's not fun. But we did find a Penking and we managed to catch him. We found another Penking and we caught him as well. And we decided to leave because I got bored. Rearranged the workers at the second base a little bit. Also leveled up randomly by catching a few pals. With that level up, we are able to make a production assembly line and a giga shield. We did also lock hyperspheres and a sphere assembly line before. I don't remember doing that, but we did that. Caught another Robin Quill, which are very useful pals to have working at the base. We did find a random shiny Celery, which was nice. Don't really care about it too much, but I caught it anyway. The base is coming together quite nicely. We've got a nice squad of pals, self-sustaining, so they feed themselves, they make their own food. Very nice. Look at that. Look at them farming that. And there was a shiny Bristler, so we fought that and we caught it. Then we did start getting attacked by a bunch of gorillas. They're more like monkeys, but they're quite strong. We did get to catch one of them, which I did want to do. Then we ran away because we were about to die. Found another suspicious clan meeting. Can't be having those on this island, so I'm doing what any right person would do and stopping it. Did free another new pal. I think this one's Dazzy, which is kind of cool. Never use it though, so it doesn't really matter. And we actually stumble across a new biome, a hot biome. So I'm going to need to make hot resistant armor to even survive on here, because I keep taking damage every second. And this island is full of new pals. The Mud, I made sure to catch one of him. I don't think he's the best worker, but someone who is a very, very good worker is this Digtoys. He is what I need right now. He has level 3 mining, and that's all he has. So he doesn't go get distracted by other jobs. He only mines. So I made sure to catch this one, but I'm gonna have to come back here with heat resistant armor and catch so many more. Before I left as well, I did manage to catch another one. So that's 2 Digtoyses, and they're going to be great replacements for Tombat. When I got back to base, I made sure to insta swap them out, because look at this, level 3 mining. Very, very good. If you look at Tombat's traits, he has so many more different jobs he can do. So that means he doesn't only mine, he'll go and do something else and stop mining. Digtoys only has 1, so he's a lot more efficient. I did find another shiny, bro. Here's another dupe. I don't even care about it, honestly. I'm nearly dead. I did make sure to catch it, but it's just, bro, I've already got you. And I keep finding them every day. And we actually got raided by Syndicate thugs. Melpacker destroys them. Not even a fucking challenge. So we call day 30 a day there. Good day. Good day. It's now day 31, and I made a few metal chests to keep the storage going. Made a bit of cloth so I can now make a mega glider. So now that we can glide with more stamina. I did fast travel back to the hot area, the hot biome. And look at this fucking statue, man. That's such a cool statue. And this statue was overseeing this sealed realm right here. And this sealed realm actually had quite a cool pal in it. Wings of White Quillvern. Very cool looking pal. And I wanted it because it looks powerful. Our damage, not amazing, not bad though. He had like dragon attacks and poison attacks. It wasn't too bad. I didn't really take much damage because you just keep your distance. We were getting him quite low though, and I did have 29 gigaspheres to catch him with, so I was not worried one bit. He did manage to kill a Melpacker actually, which isn't great, but it doesn't really matter because I just kept throwing balls at him and eventually we caught him. I did then swap him out for Chillet because he looks so fucking cool and I want him on my team. But that does mean I now have 2 dragons on my team, which probably isn't the best. And then I also went back to my other base and I realized that all the ore that's getting mined was on the floor. I didn't know why at the time, but I do now, and we fix it later. We get our mega glider and we make some cement, because cement's pretty important for crafting things in the near future. I was looking at habitats of powers because I wanted a faster Vanwyrm, one with nimble, runner, swift, and I also wanted Hellzither because he has a working trait that is very useful that I need to have in my other base. I did free a POW from another Syndicate Thug base and leveled up. Now we have unlocked handguns, bro. This is good. At night time, we went hunting for these guys, the Hellzethers, because they are very easy to see at night and they actually only spawn at night, so it doesn't even matter. But we caught this one after a while. We did find a Loot Moon as well, and we caught him. He has a very nice handiwork trait, so he will craft for us very fast. And I actually had 2 dead pals, so I needed to sleep anyway, so I can heal him. The reason the ore isn't getting picked up into my chest as much is because I don't have enough transporting pals. So pretty much they have the transport trait, and they pick up anything on the ground and put them into chests. So without a few of those, nothing will be put into chests. So I needed to put some Hellzethers so that they could transport the items that were on the floor. Did make some more nails and also another hot spring. And we also found another Relaxosaurus. First time we found him, we killed him. Not this time. I'm catching him this time, alright? Fought him for a little bit and then we finally caught him. Did fight and catch the Azarobe again, because she has, I think it's level 3 watering, and she's a very good worker. We also then finally made some heat resistant metal armor, so we can actually explore the hot biome. And we found a Broncherry, very cool looking pal. She stood no chance, put her on fire, and she got low really quick. So we just caught her, very nice. Another new pal on the hunt, we found a cow, your mother. Caught her anyway, because we need its milk to farm at the ranch so we can make cakes and we can breed. Bang, new pals left and right. Don't know what the fuck this is, but we caught it. It's a little bunny, red bunny. She nearly killed me actually, that's annoying. She just backstepped, bro. She's like a boxer. She kept backstepping me. So very close, but we did catch her in the end. Nighttime came around and back to the Hellzether grind. We need that transporting powers in that base. So I was just going around catching a few of them. And same old, same old. As soon as it nearly becomes daytime, we go back to the base and get some sleep. Heat resistant armor was done this day though, so that's nice. Also upgrade our capture power. Now that we have the heat resistant armor, we can now comfortably stay in this biome. There was a few more pals that we haven't caught in this biome. There was a Hangyu, wild name by the way, that's crazy, but we caught it anyway. Obviously caught more Digtoises because I think I only have like 3 right now, and I want like 8 of them because I'm filling up my base with them. And new POW in here, Jolthog Crystal I think it's called. But that's a new POW, we saved it. Another Digtoise, this ups it to number 4. This is going to make farming a lot quicker, also leveled up. These are the stats I'm going for, mainly health and weight. Another Digtoise came at us, caught him as well. That's 5. These Tombats are irrelevant, this is the new meta. And we also stumbled across the boss of this area, Anubis. Very cool looking POW, even had his own statue next to him. Level 47 though, we're not fighting him anytime soon. Next we came across another Digtoise, obviously we got another Digtoise, number 6 I think this is. Caught him, easy, this is why we're here. Got bored of that though, only human, can't do that all day. Went back to this base, we have 41 iron in the nice little furnace, and only 15 ore though. That's kind of weird, because I've been out for a while and I've only got 15 ore. That's crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, changing up my POWs though, will change that, because I'm gonna be pretty sad if I don't. Here you can see, this is what sulfur is made for. You use it for gunpowder, so it's pretty important that we got that, because now we're able to make some gunpowder without having to go and farm some sulfur. Then we did end up going to sleep. Back at the other base though, for the new day, we made this. I don't know what this is, but you can change your POW's work rate to super hard working, or normal, but that does make the hunger and depression bad. It makes it very bad. They just get starving and very tired and depressed, so it's not great. But I did make the pickaxe and helmet, which increases mining work speed by a percentage. I can't remember what the percentage is, but it's quite a lot. I'm not gonna lie, ever since I made that, I'm pretty sure it's glitched because my mining was fucked. I'm pretty sure that thing's cursed. To wait to see how many ingots we got, I wanted to do a little dungeon. We did like a level 17 dungeon, had Hangyu in it, so we just did it pretty quickly and caught him. By the time I got home, it was actually nighttime. Busy day. We made some gigaspheres and then went to sleep. At the start of this day off though, we did a level 28 sealed realm, Battalia. This is actually a very important POW later on. Not right now, she's kind of mid, but later on, very good. She actually put up quite a fight as well. Luckily, I had some fire attacks, so I could put her on fire and just wait for the burn to do all the damage. But we got her pretty low. She got us very low. Nearly killed me. I tried getting a Mega Sphere out, but she didn't want to get... And it actually caught. Oh my god, what the fuck? Easy. That was quite low percentage as well. Another dungeon, level 27 this time. We had this guy here, Mosander. He was stuck in the floor. That's weird. But this game has a lot of glitches at the time I played it. But yeah, he is still grass type and we have fire moves, so it doesn't really matter. We can do a lot of damage. I did do the bait and switch there. This is where I was learning. So every time they attack me, I can just withdraw my POW and they don't get hurt. I was learning that kind of fighting style. But yeah, we got him low, no problem. He was actually doing very good damage to my POWs, but eventually we just caught him in a Giga Sphere. Outside of the dungeon, we found another skill tree. Plasma Tornado, electric skill fruit. That might be sick. I don't really know, but it sounds sick. Did a bit of exploring, found this nice little scenery. This map's actually beautiful, I can't lie. For the budget they had and the game this is, it's a very beautiful game. Did very close to that, the ice biome with another boss tower there. That's gonna be nice to fight. Not gonna enjoy that at all. I can't really stay here for long because I lose health every second. So instead we go back to our other base and what, bruv, honestly I'm fuming. I made 9 ingots from being out for like 2-3 days. I don't know how that happens. I don't understand this. So what I did was I AFK'd. I just sat here and just AFK'd because I wanted to see if it was like me being away from the base problem, because that, bruv, 9 ingots in the time I was gone is insane. At the end of this first AFKing, I made negative iron, which is crazy. I have 22 iron. I don't know what's wrong with this farm. I really don't. I don't understand it. But I went back to my other base to get a nice little sleep going. And then I also got bored of AFKing. So I went to fight the Relaxosaurus Lux for level 31. He was very strong. He nearly killed my POW in one shot. So this is important. I want him. My musket's nearly broken, which isn't great. So I used the handgun instead. But the handgun is more of a little damage gun. Like you see, it does like 16 damage there. It's not great. This was a very hard fight. I had to use the tactic of withdrawing my POW every time he attacked all the time. Otherwise, he would have killed everyone. Did manage to chip away quite nicely over time, and I was hiding behind these structures so he couldn't really hit me much because his attacks were more long range, single target kind of things that got blocked. Eventually though, we were able to catch him. Very hard fight, I can't lie. He was quite strong, so it was quite nice to have him on my team. I also got myself into another big boy electric fight with this guy, Mosander Lux. He was another boss fight on the map, so I definitely wanted to attack him. Chased me for quite a while just to do that bad attack. This guy's just, he looks like he wants to hug all the time, but he's quite angry and quite vicious. My guy wasn't even hitting him. He was missing every single shot he shot. This fight though was a lot easier. I did lose a few POWs, but it was a lot quicker than the Relaxosaurus Lux fight. I did manage to catch him in the end as well, which is quite nice. And then exploring this island a bit more, we found another boss. Wombo Botan, I think that is. Wompo Botan. Level 38, so we're not gonna fight him. But we did cross the river to another island that was a whole another area. And this area had level 41s. Not great for me. It was very hot as well, and at the night time it was very cold. So I did go home and didn't want to fight that. After incubating an egg as well, we did level up and unlocked high quality hot spring, which pretty much just means it's better for sanity levels of the POWs. It's a bit better than the hot springs. Did use the POW souls into Elphadrin as well. This was my new main POW that I liked using, and I used all the POW souls that I had into increasing the stats. I was very salty that I wasn't getting much ingots, so I did farm even more Digtoises. There needs to be a reason why I'm not getting ingots right now. I'm now on 8 Digtoises. 8, boys. Make that 9 as well, because I caught this guy. Scratch that, man. Make it 10. I 10 out of 10 those. Did also find Jormuntide. This is one of the coolest powers in the game. Emperor of the Sea. Level 45. I'm not going to fight him because I'm not stupid. Water type. I don't have many electric types to actually fight him with. But we did find a new power here. The Serpent. Level 15. Baby Jormuntide, I guess. So I'll catch him instead. So it's not a complete loss. I did sit AFK for a bit here. I think I was watching a YouTube video on something, trying to figure out how to do something, but this did take a lot of the nighttime up. But this is where I wanted to fully test what's wrong with this farm. So I was quite busy during this day, so I decided to actually just leave my game on and just AFK whilst I was in another room. And when it was nighttime, I ended up getting back to it and going to the other base to sleep, because at nighttime all my POWs are sleeping. so they're not working. So I needed to go back and sleep so I can come back so it's daytime. So after that sleep, we came back and AFK'd again. AFK'd about this whole day, and then when I was done, I went to my chest to see the ores, and I have 156 from AFKing 2 whole days. I do have 157 ingots. That was from more AFK in the day before. So I would say 2 days is about 300 ore, which honestly isn't great. I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer more. But anyway, I went home to make it into the next day. Starting this day off, we did make a production assembly line. This makes the things we can actually craft bigger. Look at that, we can craft so much more stuff. Crazy. But with this production assembly line, we actually need power and electricity for it. So we didn't need to make a power generator. We're gonna need to put an electric power to charge this generator, which is kind of a cool concept. I do rate that, I'm not gonna lie. So I didn't really mind it. After that, we then made a Giga Shield, which is a good upgrade. Made all the wheat we have farmed into flour. And then looking at the base upgrades, we do need a sphere assembly line, so that is the next thing we are gonna have to do. But now I wanted to get revenge. I'm a lot higher level. I wanted to fight the Mammarist. I have a few fire types now, and I'm a lot stronger. Got guns as well, so we did scrap the level 38 boss Mammarist. Now this fight took forever, man. It took forever. It was so boring. I used all my bullets. I was just standing far away and just letting all my pals do everything. Because I just wanted to catch him at the end. I didn't really care, but I got very bored. This fight was about 20 minutes, I think. Very long fight. But we did eventually catch him, which is nice. We actually do have hyperspheres. I don't know how I got those. I think I got them off the floor somewhere, but that did make catching him a lot easier. I then put a cow and chickpea into the ranch so they would farm milk and eggs. And then we went to sleep. Also, we're using the cool box quite nicely. You need to ice it. You need to have a power that can freeze it, which is kind of a waste of a power slot, I can't lie. But it makes it so all the food doesn't get spoiled and just disappear. I then went to catch a bit more cows. I don't think I needed any more cows for milk. I think I was pretty much just doing it for XP, to catch like the 10 out of 10 XP things. When I went back to my other base, I did see that there was 100 red berries on the floor, which isn't great, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're getting transported as much as they should be. I might need to change the powers around so I have more transporting powers. But back at the other base, I was able to make the sphere assembly line, which means I can make stronger spheres and I can upgrade my base finally. Coming towards night time, I made a little shack at my second base. So when I am AFKing it, I can sleep here and not have to travel all the way to the other base just to sleep through the night time. At the start of this day, we start off with more AFKing. I need ingots bad. That's like pretty much the only thing I'm waiting for right now. So I need this base to be giving me as much ingots as possible. I decided to make a high quality hot spring here because I want the powers to be happy and not depressed. As you can see, the 2 Dictoids are upset for some reason. Don't know why. Grow up. But all that AFKing did actually make it nighttime again, so that was another day gone. Farmed a few water powers because I actually needed POW fluids so that I could make some hot springs. I actually did get another shiny Tiefant as well, so that's cool. Went back to our second base, made another hot spring. Somehow 3 of our powers are dead. Don't know how that's happened. The only way to heal powers here is put them in the box for 10 minutes, which definitely makes the efficiency go down a bit, but that's the only thing we can do. I then sat AFK for a bit, but I did it in the house for some reason, so the visuals aren't great. And after a bit of AFKing, I only have 94 ore. Not amazing. I have more wood than ore somehow. Why are you farming wood? I don't even think I have anyone that can farm wood. Actually, I think there's 1 pal that can farm wood, and I've got more wood than ore, which is amazing. Did AFK a bit more until nighttime though. Look at the sunset. That's kind of cool. Like a red sun. Well, the sun's kind of already red, but you know what I mean. And then we went to sleep for another day. Went to the first base and made cold resistant armor, so now we can travel to the ice biome and catch a bit more POWs. Kept farming POW fluids though, because I'm very in need for them. I need them for cement and hot springs. We did find a boss Nightwing though, level 18. It's quite far out, so I don't know why it's such a low level, but we did make sure to kill it because I don't really care about catching it, to be honest. Not too far away, we found a level 14 the mud as well. Very low level POWs for quite far away in the map. Then we spent a good chunk of the day just farming water POWs. Did manage to get level 32 and unlock production assembly line 2. And we also finished making the cold resistant armor. Bought another boss after that, level 17 this time. Somehow the bosses are getting lower level. That's weird, but it's a Grintail. We just fought it and then caught it. My balls are huge and I'm very overconfident because I decided to fight this level 38 Wumpo Botan. And I was doing quite well, I'm not even gonna lie. At the start I was getting him quite low, he wasn't really hitting me, I was keeping my distance, but that didn't last. He comboed me out of nowhere and fucked me in the ass, so I went home and slept. Start of day 44, we started our breeding grind, made some more incubators so we can incubate multiple pals at once, and made some cakes. We also went to the hot biome and we found this pal. Very cool looking pal, I can't lie. I want him, he's mine. Fire and earth, cool as fuck. So obviously we scrapped him, did pretty well. He was quite slow, I'm not gonna lie. And eventually we caught him. Found a large scorching egg on top of this thing. Don't know what it is, they're everywhere around this map, but they build character, so I'm not going to complain. Nearer to the top of the mountain, we found this Anubis statue. This man has 2 statues. This bushy started scrapping us, that was annoying. But there's a skill tree under the statue, and it had some cool fruits. I don't know if they're good, I don't know if they're bad, but I took them anyway. We saw this Incineram, new pal, I want him. That's how it goes. So we did scrap him. Dark type and fire type, pretty cool pal. We rinsed him, by the way, like that health went down quick, but he just wouldn't get captured, which is annoying. We just lost a lot of balls on him. This man has a pube hair of health, and he took 20 gigaspheres to the dome, 1 megasphere, and I couldn't even catch him with normal power spheres, so I just had to kill him in the end. That is the most annoying bullshit I've ever had to deal with ever. Anyway, new day, because that day was cursed. I decided to make a nice little campfire circle around this incubator so it would go faster. Made a lot of cement because that is very much needed for a lot of crafts. Checking on my ore base, I've got 22 ore, which just sucks, man. I'm actually fuming. I don't understand it. Look at all these dig toises. It just won't work. So a last ditch effort to try and save this base. I made a statue here to enhance my stats and my POW stats. Also upgraded my capture power. I decided to upgrade all of my dig toys work speeds because surely that's the problem. I upgraded all the dig toys work speeds and hopefully that will fix it. We then got a new POW from a normal scorching egg. Then we turned a lot of the stone that we have into Paldium fragments. Because gigaspheres don't do anything anymore, I made all of my materials into hyperspheres. I got 30 of those pretty much now. And then we sleep. Now this was going to be the day we started to breed. Looked up some tutorials, I'm not going to lie. And I found that Relaxosaurus and Celeray made a very strong POW. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but it made a very good POW. So I tried breeding them. Another scorching egg was done. And we got Vanworm. But the difference between this Vanworm and my one is it has nimble. That means it has 10%, I think, increased movement speed, which is better than nothing. So the plan was to swap my Vanworm with that one, but I didn't do that yet because I was about to face a level 38 boss and I don't want a level 1 in my team. I'd rather my level 31 Vanworm. But anyway, Voice of the Violets Vajit, very cool name I guess, but we're fighting him. Very strong POW. It was going well, man. I had full health, my POWs were strong, healthy. I'm chilling. I was doing a bit slow damage, but then he just like one-tapped me. I couldn't even do anything, so that's a bit bullshit. But anyway, when I got back, my Relaxosaurus just left the breeding farm and stopped breeding, and when I tried putting him in, he just wouldn't do it. This was a massive problem. This happened all the time. I don't know if it's fixed yet. I hope it is, because this was the most frustrating thing I've ever had to deal with. We then came back to the Volcano Anubis statue and we found a bushy, and I don't have a bushy and I want a bushy. We love bush down here. But anyway, he teleports, man. He's like a ninja. I think he's meant to be a samurai, but he's more like a ninja. We actually fought him for quite a chunk of time though, and again he was one of those powers that just wouldn't get caught in 20% capture rate hyperspheres. What? Not even a roll. I'm just so confused. I think this game's bugged with these percentages. They don't make sense. But anyway, we caught him eventually after some frustration, and then we went back to sleep. When we woke up, we made some coarse ammo because I need it. Incubated a large scorching egg. Got that guy, Reptro. We already have caught him, so that's number 2. Both of my pals just have stopped breeding now. So instead, I incubated this egg and got Pyrin Knot. Quite a cool POW, I'm not gonna lie. Try and breed them again, and it worked this time. We'll see how long that lasts. Swapped my 2 Vanworms about so I can travel faster. And you wouldn't believe it, I checked on my other base and I made 3 ore. Yay. But now I wanted to do some bosses. I can't be asked to just AFK my base, so I decided to try and find some of these bosses. We found Sweeper, Only level 11, so I'm not too interested. But I still did catch it, and I caught all of the Swees as well. I caught everyone, because it's just good XP. It's free XP as well, so I might as well. I did figure out that you actually have 0 fall damage when you're on a direwolf, because I jumped off this mountain, and you just don't take fall damage. And you can do that from any height. That's not just because that was just in range. No, I've jumped off bigger mountains in my lifetime, and I still didn't die. But back at my ore farming base, the start of depression, there was still, my pals were still not transporting, which is annoying because there's 33 ore on the floor. That's more than they farmed in like 5 days. So I don't even know what to do here. I don't know why I was sitting here. I just stood there. Maybe an intimidation tactic with my musket. Like if they don't farm, I'll shoot them or something. But I just AFK'd like a tiny bit. Enough for a whole day to go by though. Did sleep. New day. These pals make me want to die in my sleep. But you know what? It all works out because we actually got 136 ore from that. So I'm not really complaining about that. This base is the most inconsistent thing ever. I made like 300 ore from 2 days straight of AFKing. But I made 136 from like less than half a day. Even more depression hits when I get to my other base because I get home and guess what? This derpy ass bitch stops breeding again. Why won't they force breed for me? But to give a nice happiness, we look at that 119 ingots smelting number. Makes me so happy. We also made a high quality hot spring. Tried to adventure a little bit and we found a new POW. Lovely. Goldfin, globfin, gobfin, something fin. But we fought him and caught him. Also, we caught a bee guard because the first time we found one, we didn't actually catch him. So I made up for that and caught it. We actually caught quite a lot during this journey. We just traveled around catching a few grass POWs, which was nice. Kind of relaxing. And after catching all of the guards, we found a lizard bee. Don't have her either. So we caught her for the first time as well. Found another new little area. This map is actually sick. I love just finding new areas, because this map's huge, but it was like a crack in the floor with lava in it, and there was a few new POWs, not too many, it was like 1 or 2. A Wixen, which we caught, and a Kelpsea Ignis, which we obviously caught. Flew north a bit, and we found the level 41 island again, the big boy island, and I was like, nah, I don't really want to fight there, so I just went home and slept. Another day, another dollar. Damn, that's cringe. We then made some more plantations because, I don't know, I just wanted more food. And after that, we found a mine shaft, which is pretty cool. This map, full of surprises, cracks in hills and mountains, and you go into them. Pretty nice. When you followed this mine shaft crack, we found a boss POW. Wow. And it was Broncherry Aqua. It actually took me a while to find this POW. I was trying to find it on the surface for a while, and it was in the cave crack the whole time. Anyway, Relaxosaurus Lux took easy work of this POW, and we even fought it and a level up. After that, the fighting don't stop. I'm like a murderer. Lock me up, because I'm about to fight this level 23 Bushy. I already have a Bushy, and he's a lot higher level than this, so I don't really care too much about catching it, but I do like enslaving innocent animals, so I'm probably going to catch it, and that is exactly what I did, because I caught him with a hypersphere. He ain't escaping that. That's torture. And after that, the depression ends. Oh my god, because them 2 breeding POWs have finally finished their breeding, and they have made me a huge rocky egg. Now this POW is the best working POW in the game. At the time, that's what I heard, so I'm going to say that. I'm not going to tell you yet. You got to wait that 2 hours that I had to wait. But it's probably going to be more like a few minutes for you. But same thing goes. It still counts. Second egg was a Penking. I don't really care about that. But the huge rocky egg is a W. All of our ingots have finally finished, and I decided to make 20 nails from them because having nails is always a good thing to have. And I actually used them nails for a production assembly line number 2. With this, I can now make so much more things. You press it and you don't actually see anything new. That's because I haven't unlocked anything in the technology tab yet. So soon to come. And another bonus, we get a base upgrade from that, which is always lovely. And now the new challenge is to build an improved furnace. And we can't actually get any more rewards from that. We've maxed out our rewards, so there's not really any more point to getting any more base upgrades. But then after that, we did go to sleep because it's night time and we're scared. New day, new day. We found this guy just standing here doing nothing. That's annoying. Even Hellzephyr is stuck in the trees. This actually happens a lot. POWs get stuck and it isn't fun because they don't work. So I had to take them out of my base and put them back in to reset them. Bang! After that, cool POW right there. He's cool. I want him. War set. Level 30. He looks like he's stronger, I can't lie. But we did fight a new POW. grass type this time. Who likes grass types? I've always hated grass types in games like these because, I don't know, they've just always been quite weak. I never really find a strong grass type, but this is the first time a grass type looks kind of cool to me. He was quite tanky, I'm not gonna lie, so I sent out Vanwyrm, who's only level 25, who does 1 damage per hit. Not great. This guy is a tank. Let's skip all of the boring fight. We get him quite low. I'm shooting him 10 damage per hit of a pistol. Not fun. And 32% chance of the hypersphere though. So I'm feeling pretty confident that this is going to be a nice easy catch. And eventually we catch him pretty easily. Okay, that day went quick. I can't lie, because it's now time for sleep for the next day. But we get productive over here. We made 50 cloth. I don't know what for yet. We'll both find out in a minute. I then went to manually farm some ore because my farm sucks. And I found a nice spot where there's a bunch of ore next to me, which I can manually farm for a bit. I don't know what's wrong with me, fighting stronger pals for no reason. But I decided to take on the level 41 Suzaku because he's a cool looking pal and I want him. I don't have any benefit of fighting him because he gets level capped to my level, but for some reason I did it anyway. I think I was actually quite lucky on this fight as well because he was actually stuck in the trees, but my pal wouldn't attack for some reason, which was very annoying, so I had to reset him and throw him again, but eventually he attacked and I can get some hits off. And finally, after so long, we were able to catch Suzaku after getting him low enough. Back at base, we managed to make 11 cakes. Kept resetting our timers on our food with the freezer so they don't go off because I'm not about to make a bunch of cakes for nothing. I then incubated some eggs, got a Rayhound, which is a new pal from a large electric egg, not complaining about that, and then went to sleep again for another day. New day starting good because we get raided by all these fucking pals. Oh my god. My pals are warriors though, because look at this monstrosity of attacks hitting all them pals. They nearly kill me as well. They get a little jab off on me, but eventually my pals come up on top. Oh shit, I'm low as fuck, man. I'm on fire and I'm nearly dead. That was actually a close raid. I nearly lost that. I carried on my Direhowl hunt, which I've been doing this whole 100 days. I just haven't shown it because I haven't been lucky with it. But this time, I got the runner Direhowl. That's the money. That's like 20% extra travel speed. So he is insta in my team. I then saw the massive tree on the map and I was like, that's a cool tree. Oxygen and that, let's go over to it. In the start, the tree was mentioned in a nice little tablet. So there must be something important about the tree. But when I got over to the tree, I don't think you can actually get to it. So I did give up, and with more research, you can't actually get to the tree. So it was a waste of time me flying to it. I was flying for a good like 5 minutes. What a waste of time. But instead, because I can't get to the tree, I decided to explore a bit of the ice biome that I was near, because this was the closest land to me anyway. So I kind of had to come here. Saw a few new pals. It was night though, so most of them were actually asleep. But we got to this point and I actually decided just to go home because it is nighttime. It's actually become a daytime. I've just spent my whole nighttime flying around. After that, we decided to go to the fire biome. Big switch up of biomes here. And we were in a fight with 2 Incinerams. And I wanted to catch at least one of them. I didn't care about both, but I wanted to catch one of them, and that I did manage to do. We got our first Incineram. We also down the mountain found a Blazehowl, and I wanted to test my War Sect against it. Don't know why, because Tite would say that grass is weak to fire, so I don't know why I decided to do that. So I did swap him out for a Bushy instead, and after some time we got him low enough to be able to catch. But because I'm so stupid, I didn't catch him and accidentally killed him, so he kind of slumped over, kind of funny, but that's annoying. We then fast traveled back home, and we had a huge dragon egg that was able to be incubated. Relaxosaurus, not great, but now is the huge rocky egg, because that can now be incubated, and it is Anubis with 3 different downgrades on his passive skills. That isn't great, but okay. And after that, we went to sleep. Very eventful sleep, great dreams. Next day though, we made a grappling gun because everyone wants a grappling gun. We made another breeding farm. I actually took away both the logging site and the stone farming site because I didn't want my pals getting distracted by different jobs, because I wanted them to breed. So I tried taking away them two to see if the breeding would go a bit easier. Did make some more incubators as well, so I could put even more eggs to incubate in at a time. Another YouTube tutorial later, and I found out that Penking and Bushy is my next breeding combination. I wonder who it makes. Ooh. I also needed to breed Relaxosaurus again, but this time it was with Elizabeth. Another cool little combination. Damn, these days go quick because I spent the whole day just catching pals. And I did level up from it. And we unlocked the improved furnace and a few metal tools. And then we went to sleep. Damn, it feels like I only went to sleep 2 seconds ago. This is a stat checkup. These are all the stats I've been increasing. But now I want to make a third base because I need more ore. I need more iron, and I also need more coal. Coal is a very important resource as well. And this site has iron and coal. So I'm going to get a bit of both. So I wanted to set up a site here. So I started setting it up, made some feed boxes, made some plantations, made some beds, put the right pals in to do the right jobs. Did go back to incubate an egg though and got a new pal, Pyron, and also needed to take a nap because I spent the whole day working on that other base. And I also went to this spot again. You might recognize it, but actually it's a different spot on the complete opposite side of the map because there's 3 of these on the map and each one gets stronger pals. But we came here for Jormuntide Ignis. If you didn't think Jormuntide was cool, you're gonna think Jormuntide Ignis is cool. There's 2 of him. He's got a water and a fire type. This guy is sick. Look at that move that he just did on my Relaxosaurus. Oh my god. That took him from full HP to 1. That is crazy. But anyway, we're attacking this guy because he has level 4 kindling. Cook stuff with level 4. Oh my god. Best fire type in the game. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any water types to this fight, so it did take a while. We were chipping him down quite nicely whilst keeping our HP. And eventually, he caught in just 1 ball. What the fuck? I was pretty happy with that. But I'm not going to stop there. We're in this whole nother area with a bunch of new pals. We found Incineram Noct. It took us so long to get the first Incineram. But let's try and get the Noct form. That's 10 levels higher. Now this fight was a bit easier than the Jormuntide fight. We got him low quite quickly. It wasn't as long. And we actually caught him in only a few balls, which I'm pretty happy with. Went straight on to another pal as well. Just no waiting. We don't mess around. No dilly-dallying. Wumpo Botan, level 44, grass type. We threw a lot of balls at this guy. We got him low as he possibly can be, and just kept throwing balls at him until we caught. I would say that was a pretty successful trip for pal capturing. We did find a castle type village over here, and this guy's a flamethrower, which is pretty cool. But we explored this bit, just got all the eggs and chests. It was not much there, but traveling up the mountain a bit, we found another huge dragon egg, followed by this cool statue again. This is everywhere around the map. I wonder if it's hinting to something. Ooh, who knows? There was an effigy there. That was about it. I was just traveling home. I was just trying to explore a bit more of the map, and we found another boss in this little cave. It was a boss beacon. Very cool Thunderbird. So of course we scrapped him because he was only level 29. Quite a weak pal. Pretty easy with Suzaku. Suzaku's got very cool moves. Very strong moves as well. Even though he is level capped to level 34, very strong pal. And how it always goes, after a few gunshots and a few fire tornadoes, we caught him in a hypersphere. Now we want to go home, but before that, we get another new pal. You can see him in the right, but that's all I can really show because it was pitch black and you can't really see him. Going back to our 3rd base, number 3. Look at all of the stuff it's made. What? This is primarily a coal base, and it's made like triple the amount of ore that my 2nd base will make in 2 days, with coal on the side. But anyway, that gave us a good sleep. That makes me happy. That's a happy boy sleep. Getting home, we do realise that we have a legendary metal armor blueprint. Now you can find these around the map, and it just means it's stronger, but it means it's like quadruple the crafting price. And I'm not about to spend 200 ingots on armor. So instead we go to incubation and we get another new pal. Back to our 2nd base. We've got a lot of ore here. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know how the ores just started picking up for some reason, but I'm not gonna complain. 1st base, we put Jormuntide Ignis in because we need that level 4 kindling to smelt all the iron. I tried to make some cement, but I just don't have enough materials. So I go and farm some pal fluids, and I actually find a merchant that sells a bunch of bones, which I also do need. And after that, we go to the black marketeer to sell a few pals because we're money hungry and we love money. And desperate times call for desperate measures. I am in desperate need for some pal fluids, so I made the meat cleaver. You don't want to know what this does, but I'm going to tell you what it does. It kills pals pretty much. So I emptied my party and I put all my water pals in my party. And I pretty much just slaughtered them until I got a bit bored, which not my proudest moment. These pals are lucky though, because I got raided, so I did stop, but I do more later because I am so desperate for pal fluids. ingots. And after they ruined my rightful massacre, I went to sleep and then started the morning off with a bit more slaughtering. I did actually go and try and beat another tower. Now this tower was a grass type tower. Lily and Liline. Dead name, I can't lie. But this one was actually pretty easy. I had a few fire types and I had my musket. I didn't have much bullets in the musket, but my fire powers did carry, I can't lie. I had Jormuntide Ignis coming in and he was doing big damage. We got a half health before half time came about, so we were looking good for time. And eventually we actually were able to kill her first try, first ever attempt. This one was actually pretty easy, surprisingly. And that fight actually took a lot of the day up, so when we got back it was night time and we went to sleep. Also, I didn't stop catching Direhows, so when I was just on my daily streak of catching Direhows, I found a Direhow with Nimble, which is pretty good. So now I can breed my runner Direhow with my nimble one, and they should, if I'm lucky, breed a nimble and a runner one, so he has even more speed. And closer towards the end of the day, they did finish breeding, which was nice. So I got that egg and started incubating it because I want that egg quick. I did also make quite a bit of course ammo as well because I kept running low on bullets. And then I figured out that I can sell all of these blue items for a high price. So I did that. And then went home and made an improved furnace. I can make even more types of ingots and it is faster. I did also make a metal helm to protect my head. And that was the day and I went to sleep. Oh my god, day 60 already. Start this day off, we incubate our egg, hoping to get runner and nimble, but we only get runner, so that was a fail. We got to keep trying with the breeding on the wolves. After that, I went to fight Jormuntide for the first time. I want him. Level 45. We are pushing levels quite hard. We're like level 33. So it's going to be quite a hard fight, but I was hoping to cheese him straight away though. We're doing not bad damage. We're just withdrawing our pals, putting out new ones, doing damage, shooting him a bit of the musket. He's not really damaging us, we're damaging him. So it's like we're playing the long game. He charges at us a few times, we just run away. He just has the same pool of attacks that I can kind of just dodge quite easily. My pals start fighting the other pals around the area, which is annoying. I want them to fight Jormuntide. He puts me on fire. And then again, I dodged that one, but he still hit me. And then I start getting hit by other pals. They started double teaming me, man. So I had to run away here because I'm pretty much 1 HP and Jormuntide's half. So that fight didn't end exactly how I wanted it to. But when we got home, the direwolves have finished breeding once again. Took that egg. And I was looking at some breeding opportunities on YouTube, obviously. And I needed a Petalia to breed with someone. And she only spawned in this particular location. So with that information, I did nothing with it and went to sleep. The egg I did incubate though was finished. And I got so many passive skills, but just not the right ones. After that, I went to the prison. I think it's a prison, but I'm going to call it a prison because it looks like one. And you get a wanted level for going on it. Went back there, found a Grizzbolt, which I didn't know you could actually find here. It was kind of a cool surprise because you fight him at the start and you don't really see much of him anywhere else. So I caught him. Also found a Vegete, and caught him as well because I don't have him. And then I finally found the power I was looking for, Petalia. So we fought her a little bit, got her weak, and then caught her. And while I was doing that, we leveled up and we unlocked Ultra Spheres, Sphere Assembly Line number 2, and more stuff that I need for endgame things. Looking at my nice little YouTube spreadsheet, I saw that I also need this guy, Mosander. So I went out and caught him. Now with both of the pals I need, I breeded them. And this makes one of the best working pals I can get. You have to wait to see that. I'd say it's a pretty hard day at work, mate. So I went to sleep. New day, and the improved furnace is done. And with this furnace, you can make refined ingots, which are used for the late game. So I'm pretty sure it's mainly used for like tools, armor, and some improved spheres. My next goal was to go out and catch an improved Vanworm. I think my Vanworm right now has Nimble, and we actually caught one with Swift, and I'm pretty sure that gives a higher percentage of movement speed. So that one is actually faster than the one we have right now. So I can breed them two and hopefully merge them together. This Ragnarhawk started attacking us, a power that we don't have, so I did come back at it and scrap it. Of course we win this fight though, we don't lose, and I got him low enough to catch him in a hypersphere. Took a few spheres, but we did catch him in the end. These two pals kept running away from their breeding. It's really annoying. I think this must be some weird glitch that happens. It happened all the time. Eventually they just stick. It's just, you gotta keep trying until they just don't leave. And after
multiple attempts for this Dire Howl egg, we finally got both Runner and Nimble on one POW, which is much better than just a Runner, because I think Nimble was 10% increase. So instead of a 20% increased speed POW, we now have a 30% increased one, which is definitely an upgrade. I then made all of my ore that I had into 140 ingots. Now that we unlocked Ultra Spheres, this is the crafting recipe for one of them. That's a lot. That's going to take a while. Bang, love happens, and this egg is born. This is going to be the best working POW in my base, but I'm going to have to wait a while for it to incubate. And I also incubated this common egg, and I got a Swift and Nimble Dire Howl, which means I have all three of the stats, and I just need to breed them together to make the perfect and fastest Dire Howl. It's amazing. So I put them two to breed to attempt to make the fastest Dire Howl I can make. We did also upgrade our capture power. Always been getting these Lifmunk effigies. Made all of the wheat we have into flour. I needed to use like pretty much all of the ingots that I just got to repair my armor, which is not great. And then after that, I decided to try and get revenge on Mr. Vegete over here. Killed me earlier in a little one tap, but that ain't gonna happen today because I got a few more fire powers on me. I got a full team of them this time. And burn he got. This man did not touch me. Bro couldn't do anything. I got him so low and I had so much health. We got him low enough to catch. One rule, 0 rules. We're just gonna throw another ball. Then he dies to burn. So I didn't get that catch. But anyway, doesn't matter because we went to sleep. New day, only happiness. Incubating some eggs, putting new life in this world, and we got a Runner Vanworm. Oh my god, we needed that. We have Swift, we have Nimble, and now we have Runner. So all we need to do is breed 2 of them to try and attempt to get all 3 on one Vanworm. We then made some of the wood we have into charcoal because charcoal was used to make carbon fiber, and that is then used to make Ultra Spheres. After my beautiful win to the other level 38, I was like, easy, I can now beat this level 38 Wumpo Botan. So we decided to scrap him. He's on fire. I made all of my team full fire types, so I have no chance to lose, and lose I did not, because this man is weak as fuck and I am so strong, so powerful, almighty powerful, of course. And this time we actually got him weak enough to capture whilst not being burnt, so he didn't die to fire. Whilst farming some sulfur in the fire biome, we found a Globfin Ignis, which is cool. We have the water version and now we have the fire version, but I kept farming some sulfur. I did farm sulfur for quite a bit because I needed gunpowder for bullets, so I got a bit of sulfur. To finish this day off, we fought a new POW, another dungeon little POW, Gloom Shrouded Bloodsucker Delbat. Damn, that's a wild name, but this guy is hella underleveled compared to us, so it was kind of easy work. Caught him, obviously. We catch everyone, never killed one in our lives, and it is night time, so we fall asleep. We have been breeding Vanworms, and this is our first Vanworm egg, and we get Nimble and Swift. We need all 3, but that is probably the fastest Vanworm we have right now, so we put him in our party. Whilst I was adventuring, I saved a new POW from imprisonment, explored the ice biome a little bit, and caught another new POW, an ice deer. I don't have him, not going to use him either, but I have him now. Found a sealed realm of the pristine, level 40. On this one, so we're not going to do it yet, but we will come back to it. Instead of doing that realm, we did a dungeon, level 27 one, so we are a bit over leveled for it, but it was a Gale Claw, a pretty cool POW, so I did catch him. After that, it was nighttime, so we went to sleep, and in the morning, both of our huge verdant eggs were complete. Now this is pretty cool. So in the verdant eggs is a Liline. Now this POW is good because of its work traits. I'm pretty sure it has level 4 harvesting and level 4 planting, so you only need one of this POW in a base, and it will do all of the planting and harvesting on its own, so it leaves you with about like another extra 2 good slots to put somewhere else. I was actually wrong. It's level 2 gathering and level 4 planting, but it's still good. So I did go to my 3rd base and put her in there, and I also went to my 2nd base and put her in that one as well. I wanted to destroy all of this like random middle bit of wood because it was kind of getting in the way and I couldn't really build anything new, but I decided to make my bed outside of the base in a little stone structure and destroy all of this wooden foundation. Made a few more chests because my storage is terrible. Made a lot of ingots and then went to sleep again, and then built some of the stuff that was on the wooden foundation that I destroyed over here, and then made a bunch of gunpowder. I did explore the ice biome a little bit and got a few eggs, and when I got back to base I incubated those eggs. I made a bunch of handgun ammo because this is very useful for weakening POWs to capture. Whilst I was on my catching grind, I found a shiny chickpea, which is nice. Caught him. I pretty much spent most of my time catching 10 out of 10s on POWs. Did quite a lot of it actually. Then when I was finished I went to sleep. Next morning, after incubating this egg, we leveled up to level 36.
This large frozen egg was finished, and we got a Vanworm Christ. And for this day as well, I pretty much spent it all just farming, catching pals, just to level up. That's all I need right now. This actually happened to be day 70. I must have got the days wrong, which is weird, but now it's day 70 now. And I decided to up the XP rate because I'm not gonna finish as much as I want to finish by the 100 days. So I decided to up it a little bit because all I need right now is to level up. That's literally all I need. So if you think it's cheating, I don't really care because it was fun. After that, for day 70, I tried to breed Anubis and Vanworm. Went to the Black Marketeer to see if he had any new pals to buy, and I found Lunaris, and I actually bought her. I put a bee guard into my pal workers because I wanted her to farm some honey because I needed more to make cakes. All I needed right now was XP. So I went to a few dungeons, caught all the pals I saw in the dungeon, and then I got to the boss, caught the boss as well. This is the XP grind, man. Outside of the dungeon, I actually caught another Bristler, 8 out of 10, and leveled up for it. We're still so low on power fluids, it's insane. Can't even make that much cement because of it. Now this is sick. We have unlocked a single shot rifle. Now this looks like an assault rifle right now. We've also unlocked high quality cloth, refined metal armor, and refined metal helm, but I am most happy about that assault rifle. We then reset our stats that we put into Elphadrin because we don't use them anymore and we don't need them. So we got our power souls back, and then I went to sleep. Our Anubis and Vanworm were done, making this very important power that I'm very excited for. So I got that egg from them and incubated it. Another dungeon, pretty much just caught all the pals and caught the boss as well. Refought Quivern because obviously XP. Caught him as well again. Dungeon on dungeon on dungeon, beating them all. Ridding this place of dungeons because another dungeon down, caught all the pals there, got to the boss, caught him as well. And that took about like 2 or 3 dungeons maybe to level up. This level up was a bit more useless though. All I unlocked was a refrigerator. I then collected all of my second and third bases materials to make some refined ingots because these are very important for this late game that I'm in right now. Now it's night time, so we sleep. Now I want to make the assault rifle that we have unlocked. So I go into the production line and this is what comes up. I'm so confused. So I go back to the technology tab just to look at the pictures right now. So you look at this picture, looks like a cool assault rifle. And then you look at the picture in the production line and it's like a musket. So I didn't craft that. I'm not about to waste all of my materials on that. I'm going to wait for the actual assault rifle a few more levels later. Another annoyance came up. None of my pals would go and water this crusher, so I couldn't make any Paldium fragments. So I had to destroy that and make it over here in hopes that they would actually use it. I've been doing all these level up grinds as well. I've had a team of electric types because my plan right now is that I want a full team of electric types because I want to beat Jormuntide and I want to catch him. So electric types are going to do the most damage. I also did get another huge scorching egg from Anubis and Vanworm breeding. Didn't really need that one, but I got it anyway. And then with my level 32 electric types, I decided to go fight Jormuntide one more time. See if I could beat him with this team. After a while of fighting, haven't done too much damage, and he hasn't done any damage to us, so it is kind of a win-win. I'd rather just slowly do damage to him and live, but his damages to my other pals is a lot, man. Fight was going well though, until he just flew away. I don't know what happened there. So I tried to chase him and he was stuck on this mountain, and when I got to him he despawned, which was nice, I guess. That was an L. We lost that apparently. So instead we just went back and slept. With how slow we did damage, I need better electric types. So we went to another biome and we decided to find some more electric types. I found this Dinosaur Lux. We nearly caught it, but we killed it. He died to burn, unfortunately. Next, we found another one of him. One level lower though. Got him to a pupair of his lifespan. And we're actually able to catch this one this time. After flying about to try and find more electric pals, we found this. A whole nice castle, which was called the Dune Shelter, which was kind of cool. And this is my favourite spot later on. There's all the merchants you could want right here, all in one spot. There's a merchant that sells bullets for all my weapons. There's a merchant that sells pals and buys pals from you, which is also nice. And there's a merchant that just sells the normal stuff that you find a wandering merchant selling normally. Anyway, after that, we still went on the hunt for electric pals, and we found another Dinosaur Lux and got him to a pupair of his health and caught him as well. We also found another tower, so I think we now have all the tower locations that we need to beat the game. After that, we went back to Jormuntide one more time. I'm gonna get him this time. We got a full team of electrics pretty much. Higher levels as well. Let's do this. Now this fight took so long that it's night time now. We're doing pretty well. Doing decent damage. We got full health. We're chilling. We're getting there. I was quite confident for this one. But then all of a sudden, again, he just gets launched into the sky. Why does he keep doing this? This guy is glitched. So I chase him, obviously. And then he jumps off this mountain. And then it takes him from 2,000 health to 90 health. This is the most perfect thing ever. What? Am I hacking? How did this happen? So I'm just throwing hyperspheres at him. And eventually, we get him. The biggest cheese known to man. Oh my god. I couldn't write a better script. After that pure passion of a win, we went to sleep. A victory sleep. For this day, we went to the ice biome because I wanted to catch this guy. And that was because right now I'm using Penking to cool my food in my fridge. But I want this guy because he's got a higher stat of freezing work suitability. So I just thought it would be, you know, might as well get the best of the best. Accidentally killed the first one, but we did manage to catch the second one. So it's all good. Found another area with all these random blocks. Kind of cool. I think there's probably a story to this that we haven't seen yet. Maybe in a future update. Did see that there's a new boss here, level 46. Ice King Packer. Now that's kind of cool. We'll do him one day, but not right now because I'm too weak. So instead, I go to this Relaxaurus Lux that I've already beaten. Catch him, obviously. Need that XP. Again, XP grind. Elphadron. Caught him as well. XP, 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 and then sleep. That is the routine we're on right now. We then went to this location, which is like a dead fish in the water, which is kind of cool. I want to know the story behind that. But this one actually has another Jormuntide that spawns. So we decided to fight him as well. If we can beat him by cheesing him, then we can beat him legitly. That's what my mind's thinking. Now he's got a really cool move. Look at that. He's got like a hydro pump move. It's so cool. And that'll kill me one shot if that hits me. So I've got to be very careful around this guy. But anyway, this was probably my longest Jormuntide fight. And I got him so low that this man was running away from me. He was trying to despawn himself. What a pussy. But I ain't letting that happen. Slavery is coming for him. So obviously I kept getting him down. I got him to 186 health. And now was the time to just throw hyperspheres at him. Because I don't think I can get any higher of a percentage than 4% right now. And then after a while of throwing hyperspheres, we caught him. Legitly this time, this one wasn't lucky, and we leveled up for it, and we actually get a Jormuntide saddle and a double barrel shotgun. When we get home, we reward ourselves by making some ultra spheres this time. We made 7 of them. These are even better than hyperspheres. And after that, we sleep, obviously. It's a new day, and we decided to go catching again. Need that XP, obviously. Fenglope, we don't actually have this guy, so I did hunt him down a little bit. Oh my god, this guy's Mo Farah just kept running away. I got my musket out, shot. Jormuntide blocked the shot somehow, so I have to reload my 10-hour reload musket. I'm trying to shoot him. Jormuntide blocks it again. Shoot. Miss apparently. Now I've got no bullets. So I go to my Van Worm, try and chase him about, and he's just so fast, man. Chase this man for ages, and then he just despawns. I chased him for like a good 3 minutes just for him to despawn. I am fuming. Anyway, we go and explore the fire biome a bit more, and we see this guy, Jetragon. Oh my god, legendary celestial dragon. Now this is one of like 4 legendaries in this game. 11,000 health. Oh my god, I want that guy. And hopefully we can get him in the end. After that, we entered a fire biome dungeon. And I was just walking. I pretty much got to the end. And I walked through here and I fell down this hole. There was just a random hole in this dungeon that drops you out the map. Oh my god. So I had to restart my game and go through the whole dungeon again just to get to the end. And here was the Fenglope again. The man that I do not have. And ran away from me just to despawn. I get one more chance of catching. Going well. He falls in the floor here. Don't know what that was about. And then he just falls down the map. Like, what? Why can't I catch this man? What is wrong with this game? It's impossible for me to catch a Fenglope. This dungeon is cursed. After that state of depression, we went to fight another mineshaft pal. One hidden in the cracks of the mineshaft. So we go through and we find Menacing, level 44. Now it's pitch black. I cannot see a thing. So this is quite a hard fight to fight. But luckily, he's got some fire on him, so I know where he is at all times. His attacks are kind of dark though, so it's kind of annoying. From the night to now it's daytime. We have gotten him weak, and we can now catch him at this HP. I used some hyperspheres, but they weren't really working, so I did swap to ultra spheres, which had a much higher percentage chance of catching, and we caught him. When I left the mineshaft, we have unlocked the other legendary location. This is one of the other 4 legendaries, Paudius. I don't know why that's unlocked on my map. I haven't gone there, but it's unlocked for some reason. We then went to our first base, and we found another shiny Tansy. I don't really care about it, but I'll catch it anyway. Traveling a bit, we found another sealed realm. It was the POW that we bought from the Black Marketeer. We can now catch it normally. Very easy POW to beat because it's only level 32 and we're level 39, so we caught him pretty easily. Then caught a boss Bronze Cherry and also found another shiny Lamble and caught him. After collecting all my stuff from the other bases, we only have enough iron and coal to make 18 refined ingots. Not great. Did make a bunch of jam-filled buns though, because they are my source of food in this 100 days. Finished the day by making some ammo and then going to sleep. Now after watching a bit of YouTube through the days, I found out that at the end of the map there is one last prison, and this one holds even stronger powers than the other two. Number 3 Wildlife Sanctuary. That's what they're called. And the power I was looking for here was Orzhirk, a very, very strong electric power. And we found him, level 43. He is pretty much if Garchomp was an electric type. He is so cool, man. Oh my god. Voice crack. We actually got him low pretty quickly. He wasn't as tanky as I thought he would be, and we threw a few ultra spheres at him and caught him with my last one. Look at that passive skill, Lord of Lightning, man. That's the coolest name you could possibly have. Found another one as well. He tried scrapping me, so I killed him because I only need one of these Orzhirks. Another cool power that spawns here is Lilene. This Lilene is very cool. I don't have to breed for this. I can catch it. And I do need one more to put in my first base. So now I have a Lilene in every single base. I threw a lot of hyperspheres at this pal, and it took a very long time to catch. But eventually she did catch. And then we flew home, and straight away we're putting Orzhirk straight into the party, changing his moves around as well, and we've got that cool looking ass move, and now he's in our team. Made some more ultra spheres as well, and we need power fluids, so we butchered a lot of powers. Butchered a total of 16 powers because we have 16 power fluids. And then we made all of that into some cement. After collecting all of the resources from our other bases, we were able to make 70 refined ingots and also made a bunch of charcoal so we can make some carbon fiber as well, because that is a very important resource for ultra spheres. And now with these new powers, I've got huge balls because I decided to fight Anubis, the guardian of the dark sun. I made a lot of musket ammo so I could do this as well. This man has ground tornadoes. He's got fucking gunshots coming through his hand as well, and he's got a statue of himself. Why would I want to fight him? Look at that kick. What the fuck? Look how many moves he has. You can only have 3 moves. Why do you have so many? It was going slow, but I thought it was going well until we jumped into the sky and ground stomped me and destroyed all of my armor. Now I got no protection on this guy, and then I get rushed out of nowhere with his like 8th move that he's used and just charges me and kills me, and that ends that day. Okay, I think this is day 80 now, and we hatched our egg and we got a Phalaris, and we actually got Swift on it, which is quite nice because this is the POW I want to use for flying about on. This is going to be my new travel POW. All I need to do is just get a saddle for it first, which I've already unlocked, and I just need to craft it, and I actually have enough materials right now to craft it, so we do that. I then make a lot of charcoal because I need more carbon fiber. I try and put Anubis on the workstation for the saddle, but he just keeps running away. He Naruto ran away from me. What the fuck? How is this possible? I never got him to work on the station in the end, but now it's time for another sealed realm fight. Now look at this scenery. Look at that statue of one of the legendary POWs, and look at the just lovely snow. Very cool. Enough of that though. Same old, same old. We got fire types on our team, so we are doing good damage. This POW is only a nice type, so we are super effective against her. She does get us very low though, but luckily she is just as low as us, and we are able to catch her without dying, which is actually very nice. I catch a few more Digtoises. I think I'm going to put them in my 3rd base. Catch some Demuds as well to get XP, and I do get level 40 from that. And with level 40 we unlock heat resistant refined metal armor and a Giga Glider. I get home after a long day and the saddle has not moved up an inch on that progress bar, which sucks, so we just go to bed. I destroy the wooden chest in front of that station in the morning, hoping that that's the reason no one's working on it. I collect all of the resources that have been farmed in my 2 other bases, and I am able to make 70 refined ingots. And with all the charcoal I made, I'm able to make only 102 carbon fiber. And Anubis, since I moved that chest, made the saddle, which is lovely. Then incubate my other egg, which is another Phalaris with Nimble. So I could breed 2 and try and get Swift and Nimble in one, but I just can't be asked to breed again.
I'm just exploring this little area, and I find the 2 legendary pals, Necromus and Paldius. These 2 are very cool, and I'd love to catch them. Level 50. Damn. It is day 81, and I really do want to catch them, but I just don't know if I have time. The rate of XP I'm getting, and just the materials I'm getting from my bases, I just don't know if I have time and resources to get them. But anyway, they did start fucking throwing hands, so I had to get out of there. With all those refined ingots that I got, I was able to make 17 Ultra Spheres. So with all the work I put into getting resources, I'm able to make 17 spheres. It just isn't great, is it? But after that, we go incubate this egg, huge frozen egg, and we get a new pal, Mammorest Christ. I'm not really going to be doing any more breeding, so I make the stone site and the logging site again, because I'm not really worrying about my pals stopping breeding anymore, because I just don't care about it. I am able to upgrade my capture power though. I think this is bugged because I do not see a difference. I actually see it worse, my capture power. So I don't know if that's working at all. I really hope it is. And then I do increase all of my pal stats, because I really like this team at the moment, and I do want to use these in a fight. And then I went to sleep, because I got to be well and rested for this fight that I'm about to begin. Now this is like the 3rd tower that I'm about to face, and trust me man, oh my god, is it a hard tower. This goofy looking man with his dead creps, dead fit, dead drip, awful all around. But he's got Orzhirk, probably my favourite power out there, and he's bigger than mine. Jesus Christ. With a big 130,000 health and just huge attacks that destroy me, man. Look at that, he's throwing suns at me. He threw suns at me and it took half health. And he just done like, oh my god. I don't know how I'm going to beat this guy, man. Especially in 10 minutes I got to do it in. It's not looking good. I'm having to do the switch out method all the time because his attacks will just kill my pals in one. It's just too scary right now. 3 minutes in and I've only done 30,000 damage. That's not actually too bad, but it's not on par to win in 10 minutes. And with about 4 minutes and a half left, he ends up just killing me, which sucks, so that's not good. He hit me through the wall. Calling BS on that one, but we'll take the loss. But that did leave me with all my armor fucked, so I had to repair all that with all the ingots I've been saving up. I did go back to the 3rd prison to try and catch some more pals. I was fighting him. He killed my flying pal and then fell through the floor. So now I can't get home because my flying pal is dead. So I was fuming. I can't lie, I was fuming. So I left, went into these settings and changed my death penalty to no drops, so then I could just respawn and go back to base and not have to go back, man. I can't lie. I then went to mine manually some ore because I really want a lot of power spheres so I can catch some of the legendaries before day 100, and I'm cutting it close, I can't lie. Then I went to sleep so I can heal my pals. Day 83, I decided to explore the ice biome a bit, and we found Frostallion. The ice legendary, man. Oh my god, this one's sick. I want to catch this one. This adds another one to the legendary powers that I want to catch before the end of this. Legendary Steed of Ice, bro. Come on. 14k health is crazy. Did enter a ice level 40 dungeon. Found these guys, Marifs, level 40, quite strong. Nearly took them out in one hit though, so we're stronger. I wanted to catch them, but they both died, so I couldn't do that. The boss was just the same power that we fought earlier. Bit stronger though, level 45, but not that strong to be honest. I could just sit back and just let all my fire powers do it all. I didn't really want to waste too much Ultra Spheres. I used a few, didn't catch it, and I was like, okay, I only have 11 left. Let me just kill her and leave, so I can save my resources. And then went to bed. I needed cement, and for that I needed a lot of power fluids again. I wish there was an easier way to farm these because there just really isn't. What I did find out though is Orzhirk has a special skill. When he kills a water type, they can drop double their drops, which is quite nice. And after I farmed a little bit, I'm still on that XP grind, so I did the first tower again. Orzhirk, my favorite pal, just rips through him. Lovely. But when I beat him, I only got like 3k XP, so that's not great. I can't lie, that's really bad. So I went back to trusty Jormuntide and beat him. And guess what? That was a lie, because I was about to kill him, about to get so much nice XP, and then he just hydro pumps me, and I can't dodge. Like I'm stuck. Oh, I'm so annoyed, bro. After that, I just didn't know if I was gonna get everything that I wanted to complete in the time, so I did increase the XP rate I gain from like 2 to 5. Went to one of these glitchy fire dungeons again, and I caught a new pal, that Love-Ander. Very weird looking pal. Got to the boss room and it was a Dazzy. I was able to catch him in like 2 spheres, which is nice, and leveled up from it. So this upgrade in XP rate is looking nice. And then on my way home, I found a shiny Incineram. which is actually really fucking cool. Like, I normally just find dupe shinies of dead pals, but this is an actual strong pal, level 46. And he was tanky, man. He wasn't taking any damage from anything, and he had his little minions to fight me as well. They just came and helped out. Now this was actually a long fight. This was hard. It was an actual challenge because I wanted him as well. I wanted to catch him. I didn't want to kill him, and I didn't want to die. But eventually, after getting him so low, I was able to catch him. Everything was broken though, so I had to use all of the ingots that I have to repair everything. So I'm back to 0 ingots. Found a shiny lift monk that I killed by accident. Then I wanted to face Ice King Packer because he's level 46, and that's good XP. So I bought all my strong pals and we fought him. Tanky guy, I can't lie. He wasn't dying quickly. It was taking so long that I just ended up finding quartz lying around this place and mined it whilst my pals fought him. I might as well be getting some sort of benefit from this. Finally though, we were able to kill him. And I did try catching him, but he jumped out of all the balls. So I couldn't. I did get 90k XP from that though. Very nice. And then went to sleep. And then after what happened last time, the awful L I took against Jormuntide, I wanted to face him again, and I found myself in pretty much the same situation, on the brink of death, man. I don't know how I beat him 10 levels ago so easily, and now I'm just struggling every time I fight him. Like, what is this, man? And he does the same move that I dodged twice and then run into a tree and then die. Jormuntide is officially my least favorite pal in this game. Whilst flying around the fire area, I saw that I unlocked a new area, Astegon, level 48, a very cool power in this game, and I didn't know where he was on the map. But after just flying around trying to unlock more of the map, I unlocked his map icon, which is very cool. I was trying to find more bosses on the map, and I found this waterfall, and I could see torches through it, which was very suspicious. I've watched a few movies in my lifetime, and I know what happens behind waterfalls, you know what I mean? So I went into that thing, and there was a mine shaft, and waiting for me at the end of this mine shaft was that one pal I was never able to catch, and he was so much easier to catch because he's stuck in this room, level 25. He didn't fall through any floors, and he didn't despawn. Beautiful. Even gave me a level up to 42, where I unlocked production assembly line 2 and a pump shotgun. Whilst I was looking at that, I got raided, which is not very nice. Dealt with that raid with ease though, and I was looking at the technology tab because I wanted to decide if I should actually make a pump action shotgun, because there's an assault rifle at level 45 and I wanted that, and I thought that was going to be better. So I'm going to wait for the assault rifle, and I know that I need some high quality power oil for a lot of these builds, so I did farm it for a bit, just killing Mamorists. They're like the only thing that gives you like the best amount at a time. It's quite cool how I can just kill the level 38 boss Mamorist very easily now. More exploring, and we found a Robin Quill Terror, and I am fuming because I threw so many POW spheres. He jumped out of like 5 50%ers and like 8 20%ers. How? And in the last ball, he actually got caught. And I don't even want him, man. He actually annoyed me so much. After that, we found Dinosaur Lux in a cave, level 47. Now, these powers are very tanky, I can't lie. They take a long time to die. They don't die easily. I couldn't even be asked to try and catch it, so I just killed it. And we get 160,000 XP. Crazy. And then after that, it was nighttime, so we go home and go sleep. I did find some purple move fruits as well when I was traveling, and one had dark laser on, so I did teach that to Menacing for 150 power dark laser. Also had one with solar blast, and I taught that to Jormuntide. I then took every valuable out of my chests, went through all of them, which is, they're a mess, so they're so bad, and I sold them to a merchant for about 66k, so that ups my gold total to pretty much 200k. I did then buy 60 wool after that as well, because that's important. And now I'm just going around fighting all the highest level bosses I can find, like level 38 Wumpo Botan, killed him, upgraded a few more of my power stats, and then made some polymer because that is used to make the AR that I'm about to make when I unlock it, and went to sleep. And to start this day off, I actually went to fight this guy again. I don't know what made me thought I could beat him. I bought some more ammo, and I guess with a few bullets I thought I could just beat him now, but for some reason I tried. Obviously it just didn't go well. He has 76,000 health with 4 minutes left. We haven't even got him halfway down, and over half the timer is gone. So yeah, this was an L, I can't lie. I wanted to try and save my bullets, so I just left the game, but it didn't actually work and I lost all my bullets from that fight. After that, I decided to fight Jormuntide again, even though I've lost to him the past 2 times. I want to beat him, man, like consistently. Actually destroyed him this time, man. No problem whatsoever. Also got a level up from that. Beating Jormuntide gives 170,000 XP. That's beautiful. With that new level though, I unlocked the Hyper Shield. Next, I found a shiny Sui, caught him, and I then went home and I hatched a huge frozen egg, and I actually incubated Ice King Packer from it, so I didn't even need to catch him earlier. It all worked out in the end. More traveling, trying to get XP, and we found a shiny Mosander. He was a tank, I can't lie. I was fighting him for a while, just getting him low. He had a few Mosanders by his side that were just attacking me as well. I was actually pretty excited to catch this one because you don't get many strong shinies, and he is a pretty strong shiny, but I killed him by accident, so that sucks. Wanted to fight Jormuntide straight after, but he just didn't spawn. I think I've fought him within the time zone, so I got to wait a certain amount of time before he spawns again. So instead I just went to bed. Next day, made some circuit boards, and then went to fight Ice King Packer again. I needed a few more quartz, so I just mined some quartz whilst my powers fought him. Killed him pretty quickly actually, got my quartz, and we left. I went back to this bird prison, farming these stronger powers because I thought that would be smart. Didn't turn out to be the best source of XP, but I accidentally got a wanted level by going too close to the guards. So now they were just shooting at me the whole time. Even while I was flying over the water, they literally just were spawning on top of me. So I decided to get to the other island and just fly up into the sky and see if I could lose the wanted level that way. It actually worked, which was quite nice. I thought the only way I could lose it was by dying, but no, you can lose it like GTA. That day was actually pretty quick because it was nighttime already. In the morning, we incubated an egg and we got Suzaku, and it also made us level up. This was a really important level because we have unlocked legendary spheres and an electric furnace. 2 very important things. Very useful things as well. These are actually the strongest spheres you can get in the game. There's no spheres above this. But to make this electric furnace, it actually cost quite a bit. And so does the production assembly line number 2. That cost quite a bit of materials as well. I then went to fight Jormuntide for the 17th time because I just love Jormuntide that much that I'm fighting him again. He nearly killed me again, which is very sad. But he didn't, which is the main thing. And we got him, and we get XP for it. 173,000 to be exact. And that's why I'm fighting him. And I went home to repair all my stuff, which is absolutely destroyed. And I don't even have enough ingots for everything. I did get to make an electric furnace though. That's very good. Found a shiny Diahow as well, which is kind of cool. This man is massive. Look at him. Imagine riding this guy around. That'd be sick. But when I caught him, he doesn't have any good passive skills to get him around fast, so he'll stay in the box. I was so desperate for XP, I even went to fight Anubis. Even though I knew he would absolutely destroy me, I still tried. And honestly, I had my hopes built quite high because I have him quite low. Numbers wise, I see the 2,000, that makes me feel like he's low. And then he jumps in the sky and this tree gets in my way so I can't dodge and he kills me. Bang, next day, electric furnace is done. And with this electric furnace, you can now make POW metal ingots, which are used for legendary spheres. And they actually cost no coal to make, only 4 ore and a few palladium fragments, which are still very expensive. Went to beat Boss Mammorist, and also after that, Dinosaur Lux. Very nice XP from him. Going to the sphere assembly line, you can't actually make legendary power spheres here, so I'm gonna need to make sphere assembly line number 2, which is even more refined ingots, just to get legendary spheres. Oh my god. After that awful discovery, I went to fight Jormuntide again. What a surprise. Orzhirk absolutely dominates this fight, of course, and we kill him. And we get a level up from it, which is perfect actually. And then sleep. And that level up was so perfect because we have now unlocked the assault rifle. I unlocked that straight away. I don't unlock the ammo though, because I remember I can actually get the ammo with gold. And I would rather get it with gold because making it is just so expensive, especially with how scarce my ingots are. And straight away, I make that thing. It's going to take a while to actually finish crafting, but I'll wait patiently. Not long, and the assault rifle is done, so I picked that up. And I go to test it on a boss, Menacing. All the bullets I have is from raids and killing other normal humans. And shooting it, it's pretty good. Does 10 damage sometimes per. Could be stronger with a headshot, but it's very fast shooting. Oh my god, it goes through those bullets quick. I'm gonna need a lot of bullets just to keep this going. So we just finish him off with a normal POW. Next up is Wumpo Botan. Did not stand a chance. And then after that, I travelled to the merchants in the Dune Shelter, where I sold all the powers that I could to get all the money, to maximise my money. Then I bought like 300 assault rifle ammo, because I thought that would be enough. Later do I know that I need a lot more than that, but right now it'll be enough. I did also make a refined metal helm, because my normal one kept breaking, so I wanted a refined one. Then repaired some of my armour and shields, because I'm about to fight the tower boss again. Doesn't this look familiar? And oh my god, 137 damage per bullet this assault rifle does. does to Orzhok. What? This thing shreds, man. Oh my god. About 90 to the body sometimes, but a lot of the time my POW keeps blocking my bullets from hitting him, which is really annoying. 4 minutes in, it's looking amazing. 70k health with 6 minutes left, but the problem is I only have 30 bullets left, which is a huge problem because that's where most of my damage is coming from. I've used 300 bullets on this man just to get him to half health, and I've only got 6 minutes left, so honestly I'm not very confident for this. 30k health left with 2 minutes on the clock. I've got 0 bullets, my POWs are getting weaker, they're not doing much damage at all. It's not looking good for me. Menace Sting attacks every 4 to 5 business days, so waiting for him to do anything isn't going to do much. Valeris put him on burn, and I realised that burn actually does very nice damage, which I wish I was doing the whole time because this is the first time I've bought Valeris out this whole fight. Unfortunately, this does turn to a loss, man. There's 14k health left and I've got 50 seconds. I tried a last ditch effort and I decided to see if I could leave the game and if that would maybe save the bullets I just wasted. And it didn't work, so that's great. So I went back to the merchant and bought a lot more bullets because with double the amount of bullets I had last time, I could probably kill him. And back we go with over double the amount of bullets this time. Now this time it was a lot easier. I've used about 500 bullets and he has like 10k health left with 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Finally gonna beat this guy. And I get to save a few bullets. So I just let my pals do the rest of the work, not using any more bullets. I don't really need to. I can just hold back. And we finally do it, man. Oh my god. Hate that man with a passion. And we have done our 3rd tower. Yay. Straight after that, this assault rifle is better than any POW that I have, so I have sold most of the POWs in my inventory right now, and I'm going to buy more bullets with all the money. And I bought as much bullets as I could. Looking at the days I have left and looking at the materials I have, this ain't looking great, so I went to farm manually for quite a while. Did that until nighttime and then slept. With manually farming, I was able to make 40 refined ingots, which is quite nice. I then wanted to maximize my efficiency, so I put everything I had into chests so I could clear up weight space. I then went back to the manual farming grind, man. I then had an idea where Dig Toys came to mind. So I went to make one of his headbands, which lets me ride him and use him. So I thought this was gonna up my efficiency 100 times. And it was done. Picked that thing up straight away. And now, back at the ores, I can mine this ore and he can mine the ore over there. So it works out perfectly. And then when I go over to his rock, all of the ore's on the floor. So I'm mining at like double speed right now. I was trying to make refined ingots though, so I needed coal as well. So I went to the sand biome and manually farmed some coal. When we got back, I was able to make 66 refined ingots. I didn't make that much though. I put it down to 50 because I wanted to save some of that ore for something else. Needed more polymer. All I can make right now is 15 because I needed circuit boards. So I made 15, and to get more high quality POW oil, I went to beat the Mamorist, and that was the end of that day. I did need quartz as well for the circuit boards, so I went to farm a bit of that, and I need them for sphere assembly line number 2. I need 10 circuit boards, so that's what I'm waiting on. I did also get to make some POW metal ingots, which is nice. Only 20 of them. Oh, I don't think that's going to be much in the grand scheme of things, but we move. And then I made all 10 circuit boards. And with those circuit boards, I can now make the sphere assembly line number 2. And now we have unlocked the legendary sphere, which takes 5 POW metal ingots, man. Oh my god, that's crazy. Back to manually farming. Manually farmed for ages. And after that, we made some cement. I got 200 ore from that manually farm session. That was really long. And with all the farming we did, we were able to make 57 POW metal ingots. It's decent. And we went to bed. Bought some more AR ammo because I'm about to do a massive fight and I need ammo. So I just bought the max. I got no more gold. We're chilling. This isn't the massive fight, but this is still a massive fight, if you know what I mean. We wanted to go fight Astagon. But we went into the cave, it was pitch black and I couldn't see anything. So because of that, I went home to make some torches so I could actually see something. Also incubated a new POW, by the way. That's pretty cool. Then when I got back with the torches, it was lit up again. So I'm guessing it was just a glitch that like made it so dark. But anyway, this POW is so cool. Look at this guy, man. I actually want to catch him. I don't think I have many legendary spheres, and I do want to catch a legendary by the end of this 100 days. So I don't know if I can catch him, but I'm gonna try because he is cool. And we're doing pretty good damage, man. He's not really damaging us. Dark lasered us, and if that hit me all the time, that would have killed me 100%. Oh my god. Jormuntai's just in the way. He's not even letting me shoot this man. And we get this man to 100 health. 3 legendary spheres in the locker. Can I catch him? 27 health, 8% catch rate. Now he's on 24% catch rate. Will he catch? No. Second ball, 24%, bro. Oh my god, no. Last ball, and not even a shake, bro. And I have no other balls I can catch him with. So I just did all that effort. I probably used about 200 bullets as well. Oh my god, man. Oh, I have to kill him. I just have to kill him. I do get a level up, unlock power metal armor. I'm not gonna use that. I've got no resources, man. I'm not gonna use that. But yeah, that's not great. I'm not gonna lie. I get home and there's another 3 legendary spheres that I've crafted. That might have helped to have during the fight. But we go to bed. Okay, day 98. If we're going to catch a legendary, we only have one chance to catch a legendary. We can't catch all of them. We can only catch one. And I want Frostallion. I don't have much bullets. I don't have much balls, but I'm impatient. I did get quite impatient, and I went today. I should have waited until day 100 and done it on the last day, but I did it today. I have 9 legendary power spheres, and we go. We go to Frostallion to fight him. Final legendary fight. First legendary fight. 14,000 health, level 50. Whew. And we fight him straight away, and the first thing I see is 1 damage with this AR. This AR does 1 damage. Oh my god. I have a few fire types, only 2. Probably should have farmed some more. Their damage isn't looking that great. He just did 5s. I'm seeing 5s come up. Burn is actually doing 74 damage per, but all their other moves are doing like 5 to 1. So Burn looks like the way to go on this fight. It does so much more, bro. Oh my god. After a while of fighting, we got him down to 9k, and he does big damage to me and Suzaku. He could probably 1-shot to 2-shot everyone, and we do 5 damage per hit, so that's great. I'm using these nice little icebergs as coverage because that's the only thing here. They're nicely placed for coverage, I'm not gonna lie. Got a burn off, doing lovely damage. Suzaku just stands in front of him. Not the smartest idea, I can't lie. Bullets aren't looking great. We've used about 300. After another little while, Orzurk's dead. We've got him to 6k. I have 300 bullets left. I've still got Suzaku. He's the one putting the burns on. He's the one doing the big damage. So I'm looking good. I'm looking good right now. I just need Suzaku and Phalaris to be alive. They're my 2 most important pals right now. He's dodged these moves somehow, I can't lie. Ice Glacier to the face for Suzaku, man. Oh my lord, he died. He actually killed him. That was my winning pal. That's not great, I can't lie. And after a bit longer, man, I am left with only Phalaris. And he destroyed my armor, which meant I'm dying to freeze now. I've got 1 pal left. I tried throwing spheres at him to try and catch him, but they just bounced straight off him. I'm grasping at straws right now. Oh my god. I do 3 health per hit. Phalaris isn't really attacking. He does 1 damage. He just keeps missing as well. Like, what? I now have no bullets left and no pals left. He killed everyone. I can't damage him anymore. I've got 5 spheres left and they won't even do a percentage to catch right now. So I kind of gave up. I just kept throwing spheres at him. I just kept throwing them at him. And 1 actually hit with a 10% chance. And then he jumped out. I don't know how he got into that one. And just didn't go into the rest, and then I die, and he just falls asleep on me. He BMs me right there. Okay, and that was a big loss, a really important loss as well. It's not great. We get home, it's dark, and I just go sleep. And yeah, that's pretty much my last chance to catch anything. There's nothing much else to do. I can't farm enough materials to get ammo or have a stronger fire team or have more pal spheres. So day 99, I just sit here. I just sit on my bed and do nothing really. And for the last time, we go to sleep. Day 100, I'm on a mountain, naked, just looking at the world, giving the PAL world a look at, because it's a beautiful world. It's a really nice world out here. But I'm fuming. I can't lie, I'm fuming inside, even though I do have a cool little 8-pack. So, you know, that's a bonus. But I get a look down on my base, and I accidentally fall off, which is, but a clutch. Look at that clutch. Cool clutch. End the game off with a clutch. That's, honestly, pro gamer. I'm not going to lie. Cool little scene as well. It was meant to be. I looked on my base by gliding off a mountain, and yeah, that's the end. 100 days complete.